Do, do, do. That's good. That looks good. This looks good. All right, hold on a second. Oh, actually, I gotta refresh it when it's in a small screen. That's right. One sec.
Pickup for this Broncos team. Terrell Davis had a tweet earlier in the week, and he said this guy's a throwback runner, meaning he's powerful, he's strong.
All right, here's the kick.
Kickoff will go through the end zone.
All right, let me get my play back up. First and 10 to the 25. Lions up. 9:46 remains here in the first. We'll see what the Lions do here against Denver. What's up, Kenny? All right. Hopefully everything's a good audio mix as is.
Got the win for the Detroit Lions, their first of the year.
And a huge play, obviously, at the end of the game, but that third and 10 that they overcame with number 35.
That happens.
That was a huge toss from.
They probably could have won that game had Lamar not got hurt in like the first quarter of the game. 22-24 and no Lamar. Yeah, Lamar probably wins that game. In my opinion.
We're certainly elated. Dan Campbell fired up, hugging Sheila Ford Hampton.
So I don't know. I pretty close in that one. Almost went undefeated in my picks this afternoon. Nah, 22-24 isn't. It's a weird statement, but okay. I feel like I remember all of the picks you gave yesterday. Like you picked the Panthers, they lost. You picked like a lot of teams and they've lost. So what's up, dude? I think you picked every team opposite of me actually. So you've gotten 2 games correct this weekend. Real good thing to come in talking shit about. Third down coming up here for Detroit. Oh, you did. You chose people who were going to win yesterday.
Another big loss. And so you're going to see a lot of guys that we will try to introduce you to as the game goes on. We had to introduce ourselves.
Yeah, I'll pull up the comments. Like it's not hard to do.
I thought those names were going to start scrolling across the screen.
Let me guess. You went 8-0 yesterday in your picks. You've gotten every single pick you've made this week right? You got all your picks right?
Communication on pass pro.
The running back in trouble is Goff, and down he goes. Draymond Jones, 4.5 sacks on the season.
Just curious.
That's one area that you worry about if you're Jared Goff. How will these running backs pass?
Yeah, you're not going to answer that question because you don't have anything. All right.
This is his third.
Yeah, Dallas versus Washington looking like it's gonna wind up down to the wire.
Defensive lineman.
I think it's 4th down now.
I mean, this guy can play. This defensive line is young. They're active. They're physical. They're fast.
How many games did you get? What picks do you have right this week? Let me guess, all of them. You're like, oh, I got them all right.
Line drive kick. Deontay Spencer from the 24. Spencer looking for running room. And won't find much down at the 26-yard line in the arms of Kadero.
So why are you commenting about people who do make picks then?
Pressure from the Broncos.
All right, Lions didn't do anything there. They went 3 and out. Pretty ineffective drive. 1st and 10 for the Broncos coming up. It's a commercial break. I can live with getting 2 wrong. I'm fine with that. What's up, Phil? But you really don't think that the Ravens could have won that game if they had their starting quarterback in and not the backup? Why not? I'm genuinely curious about that assessment. Watching the Bucs Bills. Hey, good luck to your Bills today. Good luck to your Bills. They got a tough game. Yeah, and they almost won the game. Yeah, and they almost won. If they would have had Lamar, they probably win that game. That's pretty simple. And they almost won with the backup quarterback as well. Yeah, he doesn't play the beginning of games well. The Ravens don't. They play better late in the game. And guess what? The Browns fell apart late in the game. Like, you don't watch enough Ravens football or understand how the Ravens seem to function as a team. They get better as the game goes along and take advantage of when you start laxing up, and they score quite often. Lamar is also very good in late game situations. Don't know why that is, but you can look to an entire career of comeback wins by this kid, late game comebacks, weird shit happening late in Ravens games. Their backup totally screwed the Ravens. Just watched the end of that game. Got the first onside kick. Since 2001, and backup goes backwards instead of stepping up in the pocket. Yeah, exactly. A real quarterback wins that game at the end. And he's a backup. That's, it is what it is. Lamar probably can win that game at the end, or at least get them in a better position, like to have already been in the lead. The Ravens had the ball, it looks like 6-7 times in the fourth quarter and did nothing with it. Probably because they didn't have their starting quarterback. I mean, but hey, Browns got a big win when they needed it most. I have to wait. They're playing some weird music right now. Hold on. But it's 1st and 10 for the Broncos at their own 26. They're up 7-0 with most of the first quarter left. 8:09. Yeah, Browns almost choked that out. But that's fine. I get games wrong all the time, man. Lions for the win. No, I don't think it's possible Lions can win this game today. Broncos are probably going to be playing out of their minds in this one. Plus, I think the Lions are missing some odd 22 people. So I don't really see how the Lions are going to pull this one off. They got a bunch of random-ass motherfuckers from practice squads, free agency all over the team. Lions getting Hutchinson. It'd probably be the smarter pick if you're the Lions, unless you want to trade back and acquire more capital. I mean, it would be awesome for the Lions to get a win, but the likelihood is just not good. The Broncos are too good of a defense, and their offense is just not good against good defenses. Yeah, Chiefs just failed the 50-burg. Did Dallas win that game yet, or did they end up choking? What's going on in that one? Oh, no. Dallas has the ball 1st and 10 with just 2 minutes remaining on Washington's side of the field. It looks like Dallas is going to escape with a W in that unless they really mess up. 3rd and short, they're going to run it, and they get a first. I see Dallas, or the Broncos, winning this probably handily.
Which we said in the opener was going to set them free. It'll set up their play action if they even need it. We saw them convert one. God, look at that. Look at that effort. Holy cow. I mean, 2 guys can't bring them down on the goal line.
The announcers were so stupid, just absolutely saying the dumbest shit ever. Yeah. I mean, I'd be hard to watch a Chiefs. I don't like watching Chiefs games with the sound on. It's like, oh, God. What's up, Chad? How's it going? Oh, injury. I don't think it's going to be. I'll mute it anyway because it's a weird commercial. Anzalone. Oh, great. One of Detroit's few good players, Anzalone, was injured. Doing good. Glad to hear. You want to go to SoFi? Why is it? Oh, yeah, it's a nice stadium. Chargers are already up 7-0. All right.
Anzalone, who played all but 4 snaps this year, he is over on the sidelines.
Yeah, it looks like Dallas is just kneeling it out to try to win that game.
Detroit needs is injured.
Yeah, it'd be when baseball comes around. What do we got? All right, we'll see what the Bengals here. They need to get like a 10-yard completion, get field goal.
What this system looks like and what it's supposed to look like. He's one of the only guys who's known.
Better than Kentucky. Yeah, better than Kentucky, parts of Illinois, several parts of that. What's up, Adam? How's it going? Congrats on the big W. Pretty easy. Oh, so the Falcons or the Panthers that bad, or is that Atlanta getting? Well, like I tried to explain, the Panthers just fired their offensive coordinator. So I was like, All right, there's a team that doesn't know who their quarterback is. They don't know what their offense is going to be this week. They have no real OC right now. It's like their offense was just going to be a nightmare today, and that felt easy. I'm surprised they scored as much as they did. Credit Atlanta's crappy defense. I made a video about it. You can check that out. Jordan. 2nd and 1 here for the Broncos. Ball's at the 48, and he gets the first to midfield. Probably 49 actually.
And into Lions territory, Broncos on the stop.
Well, I think you're going to see more of that, right? You're going to see more run game, but finally we saw a little single high from the Detroit Lions defense saying, hey, listen, we can't do this with 7 in the box. We better put 8 and make sure we at least have the numbers to try and stop these.
Yeah, Atlanta's a easy win if you're a good team. If you're a bad team, Atlanta will probably beat you. And that's, you know. I have Atlanta back in the perfect reading set. I know how to read the Falcons like a book. I would suggest if you want to know what the Panthers are going to do, just copy whatever I say they're going to do. Who's their next opponent, if anybody knows? I'll tell you exactly what's going to happen to them next week. I've gotten them right like 6-7 weeks in a row now. I'm back on my Falcons shit. I know that bitch-ass team better than people think. I know everything about the Falcons. Panthers play the Bills. I'll always talk about the Falcons. You sat KC defense, started New Orleans. How did New Orleans defense look? I started New Orleans defense in quite a few leagues. Kansas City with a win earlier, so the Chargers game and a half back there. Newton just when you get rid of your starting quarterback, your coordinator, it's never good. 2nd and 9 here for the Broncos. Ball is just past midfield at the 48. They're going to send a man in motion. Play action. Oh boy. Wide open. Hey, I started Noah Fant in fantasy this week. Yay. Yeah, Newton's back. He played like doo-doo because, you know, they don't have an offensive coordinator.
A quick little out, stutter it, and get up to the sidelines against a rookie.
14 points. Sheesh. The Saints did.
I mean, look at the size advantage right there. Teddy did an excellent job.
Wait, the Saints got 14 points off of the Jets? If it did, I look like I look like the smoothest operator in fantasy football. I'm going to have to go look at my teams because a lot of my teams are probably jacked up in points right now. Because I typically make the same moves on all my teams. I'll be like, I'm going to go grab New Orleans defense. Can't beat USC in their only SEC championship game in history in his 1 year at Auburn. Yeah. Titans won 20-0. Yeah, there's a ongoing theory with Trevor Lawrence that people believe that he is now just because he's like underthrowing footballs, just like completely missing guys. It just looks like complete shit. And I'm like, all right, he's not this bad. They want Urban fired really badly. Because like, go look at some of them picks. It's like, oh, all right, he's purposely just chucking it around badly. And that'll be a 1st and goal coming up. Yeah, Ravens took it out by 2. I think if they would have had Lamar, though, it looks like they could have won that game. So I'm going to blame that on lack of certain players. Did the Cowboys win? All right, I went 6 and 2.
All Jared Goff can do is watch from the sideline. He's seen 3 snaps. Meanwhile,
don't blame the refs. What happened with the refs? Yeah, I think that's the idea. Is if Trevor continues to play poorly, they'll fire him because he's not developing. 2nd and goal to the 3. Looks like it's about to be 14 dip. Lions are now out of the playoffs. Damn, Lions are out. Sheesh.
Like to see him slam it up in there a little bit tighter.
1, 2, 3. Uh-oh.
The backside of number 77, Miners. See if he hits the right angle this time.
How are the Lions out of the playoffs? I think because Dallas won.
Fant in motion on 2nd down. This is
3rd and goal to the 1. That could be a touchdown. Oh, he's short.
See the communication when
you're not coming, dude. The problem for you guys is like Patriots are the best team in the AFC, and it's not even close. Has a QB ever thrown his career away to get traded?
bunch of big elephants up front.
No, I don't think he I think he's fine with Jacksonville. Like, I think he understands he was going to go to a bad team and it was going to be a bad start. But I think he expected the coaching situation to be a little bit more stable, if that makes sense, in Jacksonville. And that's probably why the team is bucking out. The team does not want to play for Urban Meyer. Yeah, Cowboys got their dub. Chiefs got Pittsburgh. Chiefs will win. Who's the Falcons? Yeah, that's a touchdown. It's about to be 14-0. Who do the Falcons play next? The 49ers. Depending on what the 49ers do, but I think the 49ers will win next week. Big as shit. Yeah. Yeah, it probably won't even really actually be close. 49ers by a lot. What's up, Christian? It came to the end. I am a Browns fan, and when they got the onside kick, I thought we were done, but we got the win, so that's all that matters. Yeah, Christian, you guys pulled it off. A win's a win. But if Lamar was in that game, that's a little bit of a scary finish, I would say. It's a lot closer of a finish than I'm sure you would have liked it to be. I wonder if Lamar makes the difference in that one. Lamar have a sprained ankle. Oof. At least it's just a sprain. Yeah, Chiefs are starting to come to life a little bit. I feel like if Lamar was, we would have lost. Yeah, that's what I thought too. Yeah, that's what I thought. Lamar probably would have won that game. With all the chances they had in the second half, or in the fourth quarter. Is it muted? Okay, yeah. It's a commercial break here. It's 53 seconds remaining in the first. 53 seconds remains here in the first quarter. Broncos lead 14-0. A quick look across the league. The Giants look like they're about to score, but the Chargers lead 7-0, and we got tie games across the rest of the league. They kept this wolf in a police uniform. Is that the Chiefs? Probably. There's a chief. Fucking police in a wolf in a Chiefs uniform. Chargers Thursday night. Yeah, you guys got the Chargers. I got you guys winning. I think your defense has actually figured something out. Until you play the Patriots in the playoffs. Do you guys watch Dragon Ball Z or remember any of it? The Patriots are basically Frieza coming back in his perfect form, but like it's a more perfect story where like he actually killed little Goku somehow real early on. So that way there's no way you can stop it. And now he's in his golden form. That's the Patriots right now, his golden form Frieza. Y'all thought y'all killed him with that Patrick Mahomes goofy looking dude. The hyperbolic time chamber. Yeah, I'm actually rewatching the Boo saga right now. That's part of the reason I was late. I was just entrenched in Super Boo about to fight Gotenks for the first time. I was like, man, I don't want to stream. Fuck this. I want to watch Dragon Ball Z. This shit's so good. And it's like it's the Japanese version, but like with the English over it, so it's got all the good shit in it too. You know, actual guns and like that people swear at each other. It's much better. Fournette just ran it in. Jesus. Yep, a year and a day. It's 1 minute is 6 hours. I think is how it translates. You're watching it right now. I won't say anything. Well, if you don't know what happened, I mean, yeah. Dragon Ball Z rules.
The cheerleader, but the cheerleader really went over to check on Noah. Like, are you okay? So shout out to the Denver Broncos cheerleaders.
Well, the Broncos are up now.
Making sure she kept them upright.
14-0. You know what I haven't looked at? I always do this after the games. I'm gonna go check out my fantasy football. Let's go take a peek how I'm doing. Oh, I didn't. I just typed in Fanta. Oh shit. Oh, Brady. I have Brady stuff. Deontay Johnson got me 15. Moore got me 14. Freeman got me 12. Kansas. Oh, I had Kansas City's defense in one of my teams there, and they got me 24 points. I'm about to smoke this fucking dude, because he's got most of his people played. He had Pittsburgh's defense. He had Harrison Butker. He's got Jamar Chase, so a little worried, and he's got Burrow. But I've still got Brady, Stafford, Cooper Kupp, Aaron Jones. Kittle's playing right now, and I've still got Bass for the Bills. And I'm up I'm 72 to 104. He's got Burrow, Davis. Oh, he forgot to take Davis out. I win. I'm about to be 12-2 heading into the playoffs. Brawley, yeah, that was a good one. That was a good series. I'm actually beating this other guy in one of my leagues. That's nice to see. I've got Brady. Mahomes got me 19 points finally. Metcalf only got me 8. Mike Williams actually got points for once. Cordarrelle got me 13. Got Green Bay's defense. This is a team, my Patriots team, that just don't got nobody. I'm up big on Kenny's team right now, but he's mostly a Packers team, so yeah, he's still got Rodgers, Thielen. Oh, Thielen's out. Hey, Kenny, make sure you get Adam Thielen out. Kenny, Adam Thielen, make sure. Oh, you can't. You missed the chance to get him out. All right, they're gonna go to the. It's the end of the first quarter. The Lions have the ball 3rd and 8. 3rd and 8 at their own 27. 14-0 Broncos. I'm just looking at my fantasy team right now, just kind of quickly looking at it. Denver, I have Denver's defense versus Detroit. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that, too. Marvin Jones got 13. Clyde Edwards-Helaire got me 19 points. Patterson, 13. Tyreek Hill only got 11. Piece of shit. I'm going to lose on this team because I got Jared Goff as one of my quarterbacks. Zeke only got me 9 points. Waller got me 0. God damn it, dude. Some of them, I have 2 really bad teams that always just underperform, and 2 really good teams, and one like super team. Sorry about that. Oh, you're good, Kenny. No, you don't have to say sorry. Raiders are terrible. We beat Kansas City in Kansas City last time, so we got this in our place Thursday. Oh, you guys are gonna expose them. Texans have not scored 38 points. Wait, they haven't scored 38 combined points yet? But yeah, it's a commercial break right now. It'll be the Lions' ball once it pops back on. It'll be 3rd and 8 at their own 27. Like they said, Tampa Bay went up 7-0. The Giants have tied it at 7-7. And San Francisco has the ball, 3rd and 14 at the Cincy 27, looking at points there. That's the, catch-up from around the league, I guess. Stats aren't good in the last 2+ games, allowing runs of 40+ and a touchdown in all of them. Yeah, that's never a good stat. But you guys are also missing Star today, aren't you? Star Ludulele or whatever, however you say his last name. It was the same problem you had last year when you guys didn't have Star. Like, he's pretty much your entire middle of your defense. And when you don't have him, it seems like teams can kind of just plow up the middle. Like, even we couldn't run up the middle on you guys the other day. When you had Star, we had to kind of bounce it out. I think the game's about to come back on here in a moment. Yep.
Tis the season for ice skating, although today in Denver,
yeah, we're missing 2 to 3 people on our defense. Yeah, obviously Trey White. Yeah.
Had some snow.
All right, here we go. Second quarter starting up. It's 3rd and long for the Lions. What was that? All right, 3rd and 8. Ball's at the 26. 3rd and 8. What will the Lions do? Will they pass it? Probably. They're going to look. Oh. Goff going to run, and he's got a wide open first down. As long as that's not on Detroit, it'll be a first down for Jared Goff, as they call him Lamar Goff or Jared Jackson. Jared Newton, Cam Goff. You know, all those names are interchangeable together. When you think of the great running quarterbacks in the league, Jared Goff probably is top 3 when it comes to mind. You're like, well, you got Goff, then Vic, then Jackson, then Newton. For the best natural runners in the league, I would say, in league history, and then Daniel Jones at 5. I don't know. Daniel Jones might be the GOAT. Turnover differential. Yeah, it's not very good for neither team. But like the Lions are an example of what happens when you don't have a good turnover differential, and the Broncos are an example of, well, if you're a little bit luckier than the other team, it'll help. If that makes sense. You ordered McDonald's last night. It's just horrible right now. Maybe I'm just used to better food. Yeah, I think so. Like, I've had McDonald's within the last month or so, and it just doesn't have the same. It feels like it used to taste better when it was way unhealthier. I think their kick for healthy food has ruined the quality of Mickey D's, if I'm being honest. Another offside. Hey, Denver just keeps lining up offsides. First down. What's up, Mike? You guys, like, isn't it crazy the Lions, if, like, luck went their way in one-score games, like, more this season at all, they could have a 6-win record right now? Is that pretty much evidence that they're not the worst team in the league? Like, to me, the Texans are. I think if the Lions were to play the Texans, they'd probably blow them out. They'd probably beat the dog shit out of them. Hey, Reynolds is, hey! Who the fuck is this? They have no one knows who Craig Reynolds is. Best running back in the NFL, unfortunately. Yeah, ever since the healthy McDonald's came around, it's been dog shit. And what's sad is they use like healthy, like better actual quality food, and just doesn't taste as good. Like, get a quarter pounder ever since they switched to like the not frozen quarter meat. It tastes like ball sack. You're like, oh, I'd rather have the frozen beef back. The closest to the Lions. I think the Lions are actually shockingly close to having a good team. Or at least a formidable team, if that makes sense. Second down here for Detroit. 2nd and 6. You have to season it yourself. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think it's the seasoning. It's just, I think the frozen meat was a lot better. I think them going to fresh meat just lost a lot, something. I think the Lions are real close to actually being a good team because I don't think they need a lot of work like a lot of these other bad teams. I think the Lions are the product of some bad coaching from a young new head coach, and some just unfortunateness. Nothing is better than a box of White Castle sliders. That is literally the gods. Touchdown! Frozen meat's always good. It's always good. But yeah, sometimes, yeah, fresh meat's always better probably, but frozen meat's always good. Sheesh. Lions best team in the league. Oh, God damn it, dude. Are these assholes about to go for 2? Yeah, I would say so, Jay. I think they are. No, I think the Vikings are one of the most talented rosters in the NFL, but they just, like, bad coached. All right, it's good. Oh, flag. They have to re-kick it. Have you ever seen those videos where they take McDonald's to a chef and they try to make it better? It's funny because they might as well not even use to McDonald's. Yeah, I agree, Mike. It's crazy. Or Phil. Yeah, I've seen those. It's hilarious. Ah, they got to re-kick. Packers have. Yeah, nobody thinks the Packers have a bad team. Do you know what good team I think is the closest to losing everything though? The Packers. And you may think that I'm just saying that to be a dick, but no. If Aaron Rodgers leaves, what happens? Like, if you guys mess up and he actually does leave in the offseason, oh boy, that's a rebuild coming for you guys. And the teams around you guys are not going to take it easy on you. Teams are going to want to throttle you because that's what happened to the Patriots last year. Teams went for the throat of the Patriots when they could. The Bills. So we got back at them when they ran the score up last year by running the ball 42 times and throwing it 3 times. Updates are on the league. It looks like the Chargers could be scoring soon. They're at the Giants 12. It's 7-7 though. I hope it's muted. If not, all right. We're good. It's a commercial break. The Lions score to make it 14-7, 12:31 in the second. What's up, Real Soda Cat? But if the Packers keep their guys, they'll be just fine. Like, they'll be just fine. No, you shouldn't trade Aaron Rodgers. You should try and fix things and keep him. 49ers are up 3-0 because Rodgers probably still has a good 5 years left in him. You can add a couple years to the back end of Aaron because of the way he missed the starting part of his career, you know? Yeah, it looks like it, Daniel. Lions are going to go quietly at least. Everyone is yeah, I know. The AFC is too hard to determine. You could lose this week, and since a lot of the teams in the AFC could lose as well, you might it's the Dolphins could move up to like the 7 seed to like the 9 seed if enough certain things around them happen this weekend. It's crazy to think about. Next week is going to be clinching week. Like there was only 3 chances for teams to clinch this week, and I don't know if any of these. I don't think any of them can happen actually this week now, except the Cardinals clinching. I think they're the only one left that can actually happen because New Orleans won, but Carolina lost, so that helps out Tampa a little bit. But I think New Orleans winning fucked them on their chance. But next week, week 15, I think is a bunch of teams can clinch the playoffs with just a win, and that's it, and they're in. I think the Patriots are a team that can clinch a playoff spot next week if they beat the Colts, that is. Not the division at all. We can actually win the division when we play Buffalo next. I think even if we lose and Buffalo wins this weekend, I think the division is clinched. Like if we beat Buffalo twice or something like that. Or if we beat Jacksonville the following week. Yeah, the Patriots get Jacksonville right after they play the Bills. It's kind of a horse shit. Bills are starting fights. Uh-oh. You better, hey, you know what? You better not piss Brady off. He's got super flag ability. Do you Bills fans remember this? It's the boogeyman. Brady gets calls. I can't even say the Patriots did because we ain't get shit for calls anymore, the Patriots. It's just Tom. Tom gets every flag that he thinks about. Jets got eliminated. Hey, that's good. Yeah, Tom is a top rusher, yeah. What, did he just run for a big first down? Is Tom slicing up these fucking Bills? Tom has his first 100-yard game. If I was the Bills defense, I'd just quit. Yeah, that's kind of a shit flag. Brady should have got hit for taunting. He can't be taunting people then get. Yeah, I think that's called taunting actually. I'm glad they're not calling it, but it's also like, you can't not call it just for Tom. Tom isn't allowed to just taunt people. That's hilarious if there's like a rule. Like they actually like pull up the rules. It says it right here. You can't taunt unless you're Tom Brady. What happened? Yo, Rob, what is Washington in wild card spot after they lost? We can look after we'll look at the next commercial break. It's 3rd down right now for Denver. Yeah, the winds finally died out. Yeah. I'm glad it didn't get as bad as it did south of us. Got to catch that if you're number 81 there. That's got to be caught. That's actually like an inexcusable drop if you're, what is that, Patrick right there? Like that literally hit him right. Like that, you 100% have to catch that if you're 81. Eagles got a nice, much needed bye week, I'd say, this weekend. You guys going to be going with Gardner Minshew? What's up, AB? Bridgewater throws, and good job by Detroit to break that up. Hey, I know Nickel Roby-Coleman, former New England Patriots. He got pulled down by 2 players. Our player stepped over him. Oh, that's why they didn't call any taunting, the stepping over. You're not allowed to step over, guys. That's probably actually what you got flagged was the stepping over. If that's actually what happened, you're not allowed to step over players once they get tackled like that. If it's like a direct, that they consider that like a roughing. I don't know why, Phil, but I'm pretty sure it's the step over. Hey, JJ, please say that all in one sentence. Yeah, either way, I think like they're pretty weird. Oh, I never unmuted it. You guys gotta say something if I don't have it unmuted. By the way, was the audio a good mix today so far, Mike? Like when it was on? I guess let me know on the next thing. But it'll be the Lions ball. 1st and 10 at their own 25. 1st and 10 at their own 25 for the Lions. It's a commercial break right now. That's why it's still muted. 11:44 remains in the second quarter. 11:44 in the first half. It'll be Lions ball after the commercial. All right, for sure, Mike. Yeah, how have the Bills turned to the Raiders? Bills are still really good. You're special. Oh, okay. No worries, man. All right. Thanks for letting me know. I appreciate that. I understand now. If it happens, don't worry about it. You know what I mean? All right. Thank you for letting me know, though. The Bills were favored for the Super Bowl, but they keep losing games. I'll do my best, JJ, to make sure I remember. Sometimes it just happens. Don't worry about it if it does. Well, I mean, they lost their best player on their defense. I would argue. When things like that start happening, it gets really hard to continue a season. Uh-oh. Yeah, Lions could come back in this one. Come on, Lions, play the spoiler. A loss for the Broncos would make things very difficult for them in the playoff race, except for they're in the AFC, so no, actually wouldn't. Put them at the record of the Dolphins. Isn't it crazy that right now the Miami Dolphins are 3 games behind the number 1 seed, and they're the 13th seed? Yeah, Brady's the best running quarterback in the NFL right now. Hey, Bengals tie it up. All right. All right. There we go. Hopefully the audio is good. It should be. It's all right for the Lions. I mean, they're 1-10-1. It's shocking that it took them so long to get eliminated. Bucks versus Bills might be, but it's not looking good for the Bills right now. Yeah, if the Jets can do it, yeah, it'd be hilarious if the Jets could pull it off. Good audio mix, though. What's up, Eric? Yeah, you guys won a close one. A good win. You guys desperately needed that game. I was just about to say that Dolphins fans literally talking about making the playoffs now, so maybe 3 out of the 4 teams in the AFC East might make it. Yeah, Dolphins. It can go up slightly.
Kennedy was a pro lacrosse player before moving into the football realm. On the practice squad a year ago. Getting extra opportunities today with the injuries.
Is that good? Let me know.
Illnesses that have hit this roster for the
AFC wild card's going to be too hard to determine. All right, thank you. All right, that's good to know. AFC is way too hard to figure out. But yeah, congrats, Eric. First down for the Lions. This Craig Reynolds guy's running pretty good. Good thing I picked him up on all my fantasy teams. We play Raiders and Packers back-to-back Saturday game. Oof. Well, the Raiders, much easier W. Packers, that's going to be tough. Bills play Panthers, Falcons, and Jets in the final 5. They can definitely make the playoffs with it. Yeah, they can make it. Yeah, they have 3 really easy games. The Patriots got the Colts, Bills, Jaguars, Dolphins. Is that it? Is that our last 4?
Thank you, Kevin. Chargers, Giants tied at 7. No Keenan Allen. Justin Herbert finds
who am I missing?
Palmer for this 12-yard score. Chargers back in front.
That's everybody, right? That's everybody. We got the Colts. Yeah, no, I know that. We got Colts, Bills, Jags. 9-4 is 13. That's 4. Yeah, that's our last 4, and then the Jaguars and the Dolphins end our season. Third down and about 5 for the Lions here now. 9:35 or 9:36, 9:37. You know, 9:35, 9:34.
Love to see him get back and empty again.
Uh-oh, here come the Bills. Colts, Bills, Jags, and Dolphins in that order. That's what I thought. 2 easy ones and 2 hard ones. Hold them to a field goal. There you go. 3rd and 5 here. Let's see what the Lions do. They'll hike this with about 9-10 remaining in the quarter, it looks like. Nope, they're going to be a couple more minutes. They're going to go with a little handoff. Just short. Ball's at the 50. Run a quarterback sneak with Goff. Like, this play is so easy. Like, have Goff hike it under center and run it forward.
Watch him. He's coming right in here. Boom.
Atlanta's a complicated team. Atlanta's a very complicated team to figure out who they can beat. A team has to not, like, throw well on top of, like, not having a dominant run game. It's, like, a very specific combo. Like, you can run the ball well and lose to the Falcons, but if you can't throw it, like, if you can throw it, you will destroy that football team. Like, they have no answer, but, like, a somewhat shitty passing game coupled with a not the best run game, you can actually beat Atlanta with very little effort. But like the Panthers, for example, they have a weak passing game, so it kind of takes that out all by itself. Like, it's just a couple things just get took out. But the Lions are going to go for it, by the way. It's 4th and 1 at the 50. They go for it at 4th and 1 at their own 25. So if you didn't think the Lions were going to be going for it here, Bills leading at half. Yeah, announcers are key jinxers. They're the greatest jinxers ever. No one can quite jinx a game like a football announcer. Bills out. That's a good hold. The Lions about to be going for it. Screen pass, and they actually threw it. What a bunch of dumb fucks. Good. I like the play call, but I like the decision to go for it. But I don't like the decision to throw it there. I think that's a little silly.
He wants that ball on him just as he's turning. Puts it in front of him, keeps his momentum going.
But it worked, so what do I know?
Awareness to see the sticks and get by him and continue this drive.
Denver was the best in the league.
Goff is 5 of 6 for 30 yards and a touchdown. Good start by me in fantasy football this week against one of the better defenses in the NFL. Definitely wasn't because that was my only option available, Goff. Vikings got Packers, Rams. Oh, that's rough. Hey, a first down to Raymond. Oh, Josh Reynolds, actually. 6 and 2 on picks so far. Lions named by new owners as a nod to popular Tigers baseball team in 1934. Yeah, I was going to say, isn't there like the Lions and Tigers names are connected. Seattle worked them today, though, and Seattle seemed pretty bad. The Texans? What's up with it? What are you talking about, the Texans? Texans are awful, yeah. No, Seattle won't make the playoffs. They're just Russell got healthy a little too late. 1st and 10 run here. That's going to go for a few. About 4. Yeah, Seattle didn't get healthy in time. I could see them winning out and going 9 and 8 and missing the playoffs. That's probably sadly because they have 8 losses, right? They're probably done. If they get in, they will be one of the most dangerous teams to face in the playoffs, by the way. That's like if Seattle makes the playoffs and they finish out winning every game, they will be one of the most dangerous teams to play in the playoffs. You guys know how that works, right? In the NFL, like, if they get white hot at the end of the year, I've seen the Giants win 2 fucking Super Bowls doing this. Like, I literally seen them as a joke team in 07 because, incomplete. 3rd and 6. It was almost caught, then almost picked. That was a wide range of emotions throw.
And here's a throw. You're going to see Goff just too far out in front.
49ers, if they lose, Washington keeps their spot. Okay.
You got that linebacker to move.
You see Vikings, Dolphins, and Washington? Yeah, Vikings making it's going to be pretty hard. I think if you have 8 losses, your chance of making the playoffs are really low right now, depending on the league you're in. Yeah, I know. It's Tom Brady. It's playing in Tampa Bay. That's a wide range of just not feeling lucky. Lions. Ball gets batted back. You got Niners. I got the Bengals winning that one, but we'll see. All right, Lions got held to a field goal. Let's see if they can make it a 4-point game.
Stop this thing before it gets going, but watch them right here. Get up there.
Damn, Lions almost.
Sir, Jared Goff. Make them settle for a field goal, but Amon-Ra St. Brown was coming streaking across the middle.
I was going to say they had that shit too, man. If that ball gets over that guy's hand, that's an easy first down. It misses it. Damn, that's super unfortunate for the Lions. Hey, it snuck in. Patterson hits another one. He's, there we go. All right, it's a commercial break, as you can hear now. It's an Allstate commercial, so I'm gonna mute it. Chargers are up 14-7. It's a tie game between Chargers and Bengals, 49ers, Bengals, and Tampa's up 10-0, but the Bills are kind of driving in the second. What's up, Jose? What's good, bro? Are you nervous about the Lions? This game feels way too close right now, doesn't it? It's one of those games where you're like, all right, we got to win this motherfucker. But here comes the little spoiling Detroit Lions, who have no reason to win this game, but they're not a loser team, fundamentally, so they're not tanking. They're just shitty. So, yeah, here comes the toughest game of the Denver Broncos season against a 1-10 team. Oh, you guys had to play with 10 guys on the field? Oh, yeah, I know why, yeah. Kansas City beat the shit out of the Denver Broncos because they went up on out of the Raiders because the Raiders for some reason ran up on the middle of the field and had a meeting on the logo. I'm like, that's the dumbest thing I think I've ever seen a team do. 49ers scored? Son of a bitch, I'm going to get that game wrong. I don't know. The Bengals are pretty good in the second half of games. Seems like a lot of their good play comes in the second half, so I'm not too worried about it. I still think the Broncos are going to wind up winning somehow. Even not really somehow. It's just I think the Broncos probably just win it. Uh-oh. Here come the Bills. All right, I think the game's coming back out. Let me make sure. Oh, they're playing weird music. Hold on. It'll be the kickoff for the Broncos coming up once I can unmute it here in a second. There we go. Hey, we're up to 10 likes. I appreciate that. If you haven't left one, consider leaving a like so that way we can maybe get some more people up in here. Always helps.
On a third down and long that converted on that touchdown drive.
They're hanging tough. Credit to the Lions.
I don't know what's going on in the game.
Quarterback has been an issue though at times for the Denver.
What's the situation? Oh, I just went and looked. First and goal at the 5. Or fourth and goal at the 5. They'd probably go for it.
Since 2016, it's been quite the cast of signal callers, starting with Trevor Siemian.
Make the Giants beat you for it.
There's a name on there they could have put in that list. Mark Sanchez.
Trust your defense. You're playing the Giants and Mike Glennon. Fuck them.
After about 10 minutes. Turn the page, huh, Kevin? No, I think the Broncos
all right.
Get back to rushing the football, and they can't let Detroit hang around.
First and 10 for the Broncos.
We saw what happened last week.
On first down at the 25. Bridgewater, catch made. Good.
They'll get about 9.
Sutton to get that one pulled in for a 9-yard pickup.
Second and goal to the 34, or second and 1 to the 34, not second and goal. Second and 1 to the Denver 34 for the Broncos. About to be a first down.
Watch his eyes just go all the way across the field quickly, decisive. I'd like to see.
Ooh, good read.
However,
I was gonna say that throw was a little going away from the receiver. Looked like, but that's all right.
Give a quarterback confidence. 1 through 5, right across the board.
Probably just gonna run it here for a first down. I don't imagine anything too complicated.
Second and 1 at the 34. Patrick, the motion man. Melvin Gordon, the running back. He'll get the carry, and Gordon will tote it for a first down and more. Picks up 3 before he's yanked back by the jersey of Aleem McNeil, the rookie from North Carolina State. So a new set of downs for Denver. Pat Shurmur, the first 2 drives, 23 plays, 149 yards. They scored 2 touchdowns, but that last drive,
The Chargers, man. How long do you guys think it is before Urban's going to be let go of from the Broncos or from the Jaguars?
That just gives everybody so much confidence.
We thinking minutes here?
Breathe a little bit, and you feel a little momentum.
Hours? Do you think he makes it through this week?
The refs confirmed about something.
Yeah, quick play stoppage. Set the play clock.
That or Hussey's raising the roof.
Chargers kicking up and it good? Or Chargers kick is up and it is good?
Maybe it's both, Mark Sanchez. On first down. Play fake. Bridgewater climbing the pocket in some trouble. He's sacked.
Woo!
McNeil.
Down goes Bridgewater with the big sack. It'll be second down and 5 or 15. That's about a 5-yard sack there.
You'll see 54 McNeil eventually getting the sack. This is just a hustle sack.
Sheesh.
He's going to get double teamed here for a second.
All right, we'll see second and whatever coming up.
Waiting for Charles Harris to run a game with him. He was kind of looking outside, wondering where his buddy was for their rush lanes, and then finally.
I would be their head coach. I got no problem. I'll be like, all right, guys, here's what we're going to do. We're going to run it on first down, and we're going to throw it on second down, and then depending on where we're at, we'll run or throw it on third down. Hike. They'll go do the play. Win a lot of games, simple X's and O's.
Just bull rushing on Bulls. Garrett Bulls, number 72. He was
all right, it's 10-3.
Push him outside. When they rush inside like that on the delayed handoff, it makes it awfully difficult for the tackle, and it just screws up your whole play.
Real team would have scored a touchdown right there, but that's all right.
Third down and 16 now for Denver.
All right, 3rd and 16. Lions just can't give up a first.
Bridgewater throws it short.
Uh-oh. All right. They give up the free play, and now it'll be a 4th and whatever coming to punt it. Like 4th and 8, 4th and 9. Yep, 4th and 8. Lions get the ball back with Lions should call timeout here.
That's exactly what you want from your defense.
Whatever.
To stall these guys, you're going to get decent field position.
This first half is going by very quickly in this game, it feels like. There's already 3:10, and they're about to punt the ball at like 3:10. Lions, both teams have all 3 timeouts. Raymond called for a fair catch. He's down at the 20. 19 or 20, depending on the spot.
Detroit's got all the momentum trying to take the lead.
All right, Detroit now trail. It's 14-10. Broncos lead 14-10. There's 3:03 remaining in the second quarter, 3:03 remaining in the first half. I have the game muted because it is a commercial break. It is 1st and 10 for the Lions at their own 20. 1st and 10 for Detroit at their own 20. So, yeah, they have all 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning to work with. It's a commercial break now. 2 horrible play calls for the Bills in the red zone. First down, and they try a QB sneak. Ugh. Yeah, that is a pretty ugly game plan, actually. Well, now we're just waiting for the game to come back on. It's this weird Johnny Depp commercial. He's playing guitar for a wolf. It was actually a Macy's commercial. I have no idea how the two are related. That would be some hilarious shit if the Lions were able to come back and just kind of take the lead before halftime. That'd be some top tier comedy. I believe the Lions also get the ball at the half because the Broncos got it at the kick. So. Ooh. Yeah, I know. There's not much to talk about in between these games and shit. Just waiting for everything to get going again. Oh, it's about to come back on. There's a weird-ass Fox commercial. The Masked Singer starting this week or something. Find out who's wearing a mask while singing.
Aaron Glenn was a 3-time Pro Bowler. He played a long time in this league. He still has the passion. This is after, look at him flexing, fired up.
He's ready to run out there and make a tackle. I wouldn't be shocked.
He could do it too.
The Masked Singer is a good show, is it?
Down at 10.
I've never watched it, so I'm just making things up. Small pickup for the Lions, like a 3-yard run. 2nd and 8. Maybe 2 yards then.
For Craig Reynolds.
Kenny's like, speak for yourself, loser. Dun, 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 dun. 2nd and 8 here now for the Lions. Dumps it down. About 8 yard, 7-8 yard pickup. 3rd and 1 for the Lions at the 29. Probably going to go the 2-minute warning there.
Creep close to this 2-minute warning, and Dan Campbell's team really playing hard.
Let's see if they even run a play here.
It is funny Ken Jong.
He's got it. No, he's just going to fake it.
Yeah, I was going to say they were just going to try and get him to jump. All right, 2-minute warning here. It is the 2-minute warning. Detroit will have it 3rd and 1 at their own 29. 3rd and 1 for the Lions at the Detroit 29. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're at the 2-minute warning. Yeah. 14-10, Denver leads. Both teams have all 3 timeouts. Jeez. What's up, Packers? Yeah, we'll see if the Lions can pull this off. Did you know he's a real doctor? Yeah. And he went into comedy because he was bored of being whatever doctor shit he was doing. It's really dark in here. It's a throwback to the old place when I would not turn on the lights and just sit in the dark. The wild card round. Yeah, it'll be funny to watch it. I like that the Cowboys brought their own benches to Washington today. Hilarious move by the Cowboys. Cowboys talked all that shit before the week, and they won the game. That's pretty good. I always like when a team talks a lot of shit and then wind up still winning the game in the end. Remind you of the Packers 2 years ago. Bills dropped the turnover. What's up, Kenny? What? Yeah, the Packers or Cowboys might run into something they don't match up well against. Just waiting to see the game come back on. Never mind. Oh, it's all right, Kenny. I'm sorry I didn't get it. My bad. You guys should have a pretty easy win against the Bears this evening.
In the first quarter, it was all Denver up 14-0, 135 yards, holding Detroit to just 12.
You think the Packers? Yeah, they're a great team.
What's happened in the second quarter, the last 2 games?
No, they didn't drop one. The ball popped into the air and dropped. Now they scored 17-3. Ah, shit. Yeah, you don't want to give Tom 2 chances. 3rd and 1 for the Lions. They're probably going to go with the handoff here, and they do. And they get the first down. Lions are now in the 2-minute drill with a minute 50, a minute 49. Minute 48, and first down for the Lions now. So we'll see what the Lions do inside the 2-minute drill here. I'll be back in like 30 seconds.
Almost a huge run.
First down and 10. Goff, the toss. St. Brown with a catch, and out of bounds he goes at the 36-yard line. Run out by Surtain. Clock will stop. 1:27 to go until halftime. Lions have all 3 timeouts, down by 4.
Oh, and this is a lifetime compared to what they did last week. 1:27 with all their timeouts. That's an eternity for Jared Goff. I mean, they did it 75 yards, no timeouts, in 1:50 last week. So this is a cakewalk. But you see Amon-Ra St. Brown, number 14 for the Lions. Look for him to get a ton of run and a ton of burn in this 2-minute drill.
Kareem Jackson back out there for Denver after being evaluated for a concussion. He's passed the test, back out there. Goff off the play fake, nobody open. Goff will float this one out and throw it away.
And if you can hear that offensive line communicating with Jared Goff, you hear him saying Ricky and Lucy, Ricky and Lucy. I mean, they're not fans of the old show, I Love Lucy, I'll tell you that. That's just telling the line and the center, basically letting everybody know, and the halfback know which way they're going, who they're going to, and which way they're sliding. Obviously, R for Ricky to the right, L for Lucy to the left. It's not overcomplicated, right, Kevin?
Is that standard across the league?
Pretty much. You get Ringos and Luckies, Rockets and Lasers, all that kind of stuff. But like I said, they're words you know. It's just you don't know the context of them.
Third down and 6. Goff floating it, trying to hit St. Brown, and he just floated it a little too far. Good coverage out there as well from Justin Simmons.
St. Brown was in the backfield here. Started to look a little early. He thought it was going to be a quick back shoulder because Simmons got tangled up with that little sit route on the outside. So I think he was looking for the ball. So he turns his shoulders towards Jared Goff. He doesn't get his momentum going forward.
Yeah, I know, right? Just it'll be 4th down for the Lions here with minute 16 remaining. Broncos will get the ball back with 3 timeouts remaining. Let's see what they do before the half. Well, Lions tried to. Oh, this is going to be a decent return. Get it out to about the 23.
22-yard line. 1:05 until halftime. Kurt Menefee, what do you have coming up for us?
1:05 left in the half.
And highlights from around the league. Plus, Strahan is back from the Stars. It's all coming up on the Verizon Halftime Show.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Michael Strahan went to space.
Star wipes, I think.
You can't ever use too many Star wipes. Never. Mark Sanchez, Laura Oakman, Mike Pereira in our studios in Los Angeles. I'm Kevin Kugler. Good first half. 1:05 remaining in this first half. Denver up 4. All 3 timeouts for the Broncos. And remember, Detroit's going to get the football to start the second half. So we'll see how aggressive the Broncos are here with a 4-point lead.
All right, here we go.
Quick toss and the first catch of the day for
about a 4-yard pickup, or a 6-yard pickup, 2nd and 6, or 2nd and 4 rather. Sorry.
27-yard line. 2 timeouts remaining.
Yeah, it's one of those things where like this will happen. All these really rich people get. What's up, Giovanni? All these like rich people will get to go to space. Not much, man. How's it going with you? How's it going with you? Hopefully everything's good. Like, one of them rockets are going to blow up with a bunch of millionaires and billionaires in it, and everybody's going to go, and everyone's going to go, oh no. Like, is that something people would be bummed out about if, like, a bunch of trust fund motherfuckers blew up in a rocket ship? It's like, oh well. That's kind of what could happen going on a rocket ship, I guess. Oh, we're just talking about how, like, you know, like the space traveling industry starting to take off, and it's mainly like a thing super millionaires can do right now, and, you know, if you get invited. To me right now, I would say, like, wouldn't it be just a bummer if a bunch of millionaires or billionaires just blew up? I saw an article the other day of a Chinese rover on the moon, and it captured a square-looking figure. It will take 90 days to get to it. Damn. China's going to the moon?
They got to go.
It's only because it's like, well, you're playing silly games. Like, why would you go to space? Also, why would you be one of the first 1,000 to go to space? Like, the first 1,000 launches, I would have nothing to do with that. That's dangerous. It'll be 3rd and 3 for the Broncos here with 30 seconds remaining. The Broncos have 2 timeouts. I feel like you're playing with a game with some loaded ass dice every time you do something like that. Like, you know, you're already in the low odds of surviving. You're in the probably 30s to 40s of, you know, it's almost a well, it's not even 50-50 to me. It's probably even, you know, 70-30 you die. But it's like the 2000 movie with the arc. Yeah, exactly. It's probably not a lot of rockets, actually. I'm pretty sure it's not in zero. Like, there's a lot of fatalities involved. It's one of the more violent ways of traveling because of, like, the 2 explosions. So the numbers are really high. Like, the percentages is, like, way up, but it's kind of skewed because every time a rocket blows up, every person on it dies. So, like, they got, like, 2 crashes and, like, 30 bodies or something on him. It's crazy.
Missed him on the first quick stick route, low and away. Then later on, Judy catches it, but it's down by his ankles. This last
I think it's more like 20 bodies. I don't know how big crews are for astronauts, if I'm being honest.
It's just tough because that should be his best target. They got to get in sync if they want to make a run late in this season.
Judy missed those games mid-year. Maybe that lack of practice, lack of timing, showing up for those 2. Bridgewater off the play fake. Pressure coming, hit as he throws to the sideline. Patrick trying to corral it, and he cannot. Tim Patrick almost made an outstanding, lunging, leaping catch over Will Harris.
Sheesh. Have you ever watched The Wire? I've heard about The Wire. It's something I should probably watch.
And Teddy does an excellent job of just
Cole Beasley, I've just realized, has almost no offensive scheme in our plan anymore. Does nothing for us like he did last year. Yeah, it's kind of weird how little you guys use him. Hold on a second. Go Bucks. The Bills are front. Oh, Josh Allen is a big bit. What happened? 2nd down and 10 here, 19 seconds with a timeout remaining here for the Broncos. They have the ball at the Detroit, or at their own 46. Bridgewater gets it, completes it, and they'll be just shy of the first. It'll be 3rd and 2. Beasley is getting replaced with Knox, McKenzie, and Gabe Davis. I would say so.
Timeout is used. This is what you've missed if you're joining us late. First drive, Javonte Williams powering in for the touchdown.
Well, to be fair though, Mike doesn't like when people cry for flags. And I'm kind of in a similar boat. I don't really like it either. It looks like Detroit's about to give up 3 points on this drive. McManus is too good of a kicker to be getting this close. McManus, not McManus. Sorry.
They're at the 46-yard line as Patrick continues to be tended to by the athletic training staff.
Brandon McManus has got these deep field goals in the bag, but I loved he came out with Demaryius Thomas's jersey before this game and warm-ups and was booting field goals all over the field. I'd love to see that though in his jersey.
Yeah, that's a call quarterback's always going to ask for. Lions get another one, and they're going to have to hurry up and spike it. Can they spike it? And they get it down with 2 seconds. What's that, Packers? No, doesn't get calls as much as the quarterbacks in the league. Oh, that's because they're running quarterbacks.
That was excellent execution.
Running quarterbacks never get calls. Cam doesn't get a lot of calls. It's a weird thing. I think so, Packers Nation, and I agree. But they might have to fire Gutekunst. I don't know if that's going to be 2 parties that can subsist together in the future together. You know what I mean?
By rule, inside of 2 minutes, in a hurry-up situation, the defense must get on side of the ball. They did not. Offside, number 52.
Some X.
Still first down. We'll set the play clock to 40.
60-yard bomb to Guyton. Oh, really? Damn, they're killing him.
Shorter field goal for Brandon McManus. He's not complaining.
Browns almost pulled off a choke of the year. Yeah,
The end
that's.
of this scramble once more.
I thought with Lamar, I don't know how that game ends for you guys. That might have been bad.
Lemonnier for 52.
Rodgers has completely made in the North, arguably the best wide receiver in the game in the Super Bowl, team around him. Yep, yeah. I don't see why he'd leave, but I could see why if they don't get rid of that guy.
For Brandon McManus.
You got rid of Guyton. Oh shit. Probably not the best move. And they'll hit a field goal. It's a 52-yarder. He's good.
The kick on the way for McManus, and that
More than good. He had a lot of room to spare too.
17-10 Broncos at the half. Our first.
All right, halftime. I'm gonna mute it really quick till they actually go to the halftime show. Let's look across the league. Chargers are up 24-7. Bengals looking like they could put points up finally again to at least make it 10-6 or 10-10. And the Tampa's leading 17-3. And if it happens, by Jordan Love. Yep, they'll get rid of Love. They'll start building so Rodgers can have a good end of 5 there. Tucker's field goal? No, I think it's too far.
By a touchdown.
All right, I'll keep it unmuted.
The Chargers who are hosting the Giants.
Justin Herbert out of Oregon last year's first
Buffalo
round
Bills
pick by
getting
the
our.
Chargers. Going deep for Guyton, rolling out, fired this thing 59-yard touchdown pass. Ball actually traveled from where Herbert released.
Wow,
it,
Phil has a
67
fan.
yards in the air. 24-7 Chargers on top of the visiting Giants. Bills at the Buccaneers. Tom Brady.
The backup for the Ravens is exactly like Lamar, runs like crazy and scrambles a lot. Well, that's good.
Look, fire. There you go. Nice grab by Evans in the back of the end zone. 13.
No, yeah, Rodgers probably has a few years at the end of his career that you can tack on as well because he'll be missing the start of his career, you know?
Just 3 points. 49ers at the Bengals. Deebo Samuel take this ball out of the backfield. Sweep right. Good blocking downfield.
Damn, I wonder which Phil is the real Phil.
Nice job. Beautiful run. 27-yarder high.
I don't know. It's crazy.
49ers on top of the Cincinnati Bengals. Cowboys earlier today on Fox Washington football team, 4th and 2. Taylor Heineke.
And then Brady looked better the older they get. I'd agree, yeah.
Then sacks and ball is popped loose. And then Dorrance Armstrong scoops it up, goes 37 yards. Touchdown. Cowboys in the close of the second half was very exciting. 27-20 Dallas on top of Washington. Falcons at the Panthers. Cam Newton back, getting the start. Newton's pass is intercepted by Michael Walker. Look, he did not see the backside. I totally understand that because that guy came from the backside. He didn't see him. It looked like he was wide open to me, too. That is, though, Michael Walker with a 66-yard interception return for the touchdown. Falcons win 29-21 over the Carolina Panthers. Seahawks at the Texans. Russell Wilson got the old finger healed up. Now it's time to bombs away.
What's funny is people talking trashes that the Bucs aren't good and didn't win the Super Bowl last year.
47 coming off this.
Yeah, I don't know why I would say you guys are playing a bad team.
His second touchdown of the day. Seahawks impressive on the road, 33-13 over the Texans. Raiders at the Chiefs. This is disrespectful. I don't know why you want to do that.
What up, Alex? How you been, man?
Anyway, have some class about it.
Big Ben is done. Yeah, he's got it. This is his last year. He's looked a little better the last couple games, but you know that's probably because he's in his last hurrah.
48-9, Kansas City over the Raiders. Ravens at the Browns. Lamar Jackson carted off with a right ankle injury in the second quarter. Did not return. Tyler Huntley.
Packers Bucks. Yeah, it's probably the NFC battle in the end, and then the AFC. I'm thinking Patriots Chiefs, but we'll see.
Touchdown and a good ball game. 24-22, very similar. Dallas, Washington. Second half was all Baltimore, but they lost 24-22. Saints. Alvin Kamara.
Titans could be getting Titans could be getting Derrick Henry back pretty soon, so that's also quite big for them.
And the power gets in from 16 yards out.
Sheesh, Saints won 30-9. That was an easy dub.
30-9. Jaguars at the Titans. Ryan Tannehill, one of my favorite quarterbacks. Drafted number 1 by Miami. Was a wide receiver in college. Actually, was only a wide
5-yard touchdown run.
He couldn't beat out the guy that was playing.
Yeah, Titans will be a bitch to deal with because they're going to get Henry back, so that kind of sucks. But and then you also got the Bills. Those are probably your top 4 in the AFC.
Looking to kind of shorten the game. They made some mistakes last week. Melvin Gordon on the cutback for 12. Again, Melvin Gordon on his own run, 1 cut for 10 yards. It's a reoccurring theme. Javonte Williams up the middle of the field for 9 yards.
AFC North feels a little irrelevant in the big picture right now.
a depleted Detroit team and just control what they can control.
They're not the kind of teams you want to play in the playoffs, but also they're not really that like frightening of a team. Anyway.
Behind the Chargers and 2 behind the Chiefs. Those 2 teams will square off. The next time we see you for Thursday Night Football, coverage begins.
Let's go into a commercial break right now. So I think the Cardinals will lose in the divisional. Feels like something like that could happen, right? They feel like a team that's fading for some reason, and I don't know why. Maybe they needed their bye week. But they certainly don't feel like a team that is blessed with solid stamina, the Cardinals. Is the bye week better in the beginning of the season or later? I would say it's probably better later, depending, right? Like if you're playing bad and it's early, that could be a way to reset the season, but you might get tired later. Getting a bye week late could mean your team, if you're a playoff team, is rested, but it could also throw off any kind of momentum you have. So it's kind of, there's always a double-edged sword to it when it's late or early. Just kind of really depends on like coaching and everything. No, you guys. Oh yeah, you guys got the Patriots in 2 weeks. Yeah, I think you guys will be all right. You guys hold a lot of weird tiebreakers too, so you should be okay. Ugh. Important. Ugh. All right, I'm standing back up. Ugh. I don't know. I haven't. It's probably just kind of like less windy than Buffalo, but probably just equally as cold and shit. Yeah, Bills should beat the Panthers quite handily. I don't see it being very close. Come on, when's the game gonna pop back on? Been nearly the length of a halftime, I would say. Not quite. All right. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab some more soda for the rest of the game. All right. Jair's returning. Yeah, you guys are supposed to have a number of people back soon. Like Bakhtiari should be back soon, if not this week. So it's always big. That's always big. Oh damn, we're up to 15 likes. I appreciate that, everybody. Very kind, very kind. Oh, I imagine the Packers, that game's over by halftime. Still halftime. It's crazy. Can't believe it. Brady just set completions record. Wondering how many of those. Wow, did he? Hell yeah, the GOAT. Just doing GOAT things, you know. You know how GOATs do. They just do GOAT-like things, GOAT-like activities. Forgot they're the 425 game, so they're like 20 minutes off. The hell was that? Bills almost got to get to Tom. Tom throws a rainbow to Evan at the 5. Whew. Sheesh. Yeah, that's happened to the Bills a lot against Brady. What's up, Ven? How's it going? Welcome, welcome. If all my picks hold, I think I'm undefeated right now. Well, no, the Bengals are fucking me. What's that score looking like? Scores from around the league really quick. It looks like the Tampa's about to score again, potentially. It'll either be 20 or 24. San Francisco has it. It's 122, but it's like 3rd and goal, but they're up 10-6. I've got at least 3 games right now, so that put me at 9-3 right now. So that's pretty good. Sheesh. Doing good, man. I'm doing good. I got to do there's a fight. Uh-oh. Yeah, that's never a good thing. I just got to do, I've got to write a paper, at least, like, you know, I'm going to get most of the paper skeletoned and done tonight. And, yeah, Lamar, that's a bad, if that's multi-week, they're going to lose games because of that. Worst time of the season to lose your quarterback when he's been the only reason your team's winning. Bucks are up 24-3. Sheesh. Lamar's a sprained ankle. At least it was just a sprained ankle. I mean, we all were figuring that the injury was going to be a lot worse. He's avoided injury his whole career somehow. Like running-based injuries. Oh, Tom the GOAT. I was waiting for that scumbag master at work to post like some anti-Demaryius Thomas shit because he played with Peyton Manning. I was waiting for him to be like, but even he was like, I gotta retain. I can't be a total piece of shit.
Let Detroit hang around anymore.
Oh, well, what's old butt fumble doing talking shit about the Lions?
So the first half of playoff game 1, they've got the touchdown lead.
Bills are hurt, guys. Multiple keys, guys are happy. Yeah.
4 games of the season for these Broncos. Denver
I'm not. I'm just saying, you guys.
Detroit,
you know.
we kick it downstairs to Laura Oakman.
Hi, Kevin. I talked to Vic Fangio.
Yeah, I figured the Titans would win. It also appears that the Jaguars players are now actively losing games rather than even trying. They want that guy gone.
Dan Campbell, I don't want to paraphrase him. I got to quote him verbatim.
All right.
He just said, "Gotta come out, start."
Yeah, I think so too. Broncos should win this game.
Too slow, but we're hanging in there. We need to come out and freaking take it.
They're a better team.
Take this ball down, score a touchdown. That's how we do it.
Or at least their record's better. They're playing better.
I can hear him say it too. First down carry for Reynolds, trying to find some running room. It's a pretty good 4-yard run by Craig Reynolds, bobbing and weaving through a lot of traffic.
Great few-yard run. Look at this.
Rip the Bills.
Starts off to the
Uh-oh.
left.
Yeah.
Screen, and then he's going to end up cutting back.
Yeah, Urban's done. I'm surprised. I'm wondering how long it's going to be till they actually just decide to let him go.
He sneaks through somehow. Those
Yep.
kind of runs leave defensive
That was they almost got caught in you know, talking all that shit, then blowing the game. That would have been hilarious. That would have even been better almost.
Craig Reynolds has 8 carries for 65 yards.
All right, 2nd and 5 for the Lions. They're going to go with the pitch there. Ah, the ball's out. That kind of was a late fumble, though. That's what I'd be doing. Free drinks at the Chop House. Can we re-see it? It didn't really look like a. Hold on. I'm sure it's a legit fumble. I'm certain it's good, but I just like to see.
When you don't have the top talent in the league, you got to manufacture these plays. You got to script these.
Oh yeah, that's way out. Yeah, there was no. He might have been down. He's dead. The ball just flew out. Well.
Adding a 6 extra linemen or 6 offensive linemen, the extra linemen.
Chiefs. Yeah, they played pretty good.
You just can't give up the football there. You need points here. And
I don't use division games as scales of if a team is back or not, to be honest. But yeah, they beat the shit right out of the Raiders today. Hilarious. It isn't quite 54-13, but it's pretty impressive. They finally looked like the Chiefs for one game. And even then, it was like mainly they just beat the shit out of a bad offense on defense. Their offense still, what was it? Mahomes still only got me 19 fantasy points.
On the sideline.
Just a fitting tribute for an all-time Bronco great. Gone too soon.
What were Patty's numbers today? Were they finally more back to normal? Middle.
2nd and 4. Following Mark's arrow, Melvin Gordon looking for room. Now has
Oh no, they bounced it out. Oh shit.
And a first down inside the 15 for Melvin Gordon.
Yeah, the Patriots and I don't know the other team right now.
Bounce to the outside, and that's how he's taught to read this thing inside out.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
Defensive line level, then read the flow of the backers.
I've been accurate about every one of my criticisms about the Kansas City Chiefs most of the time. You can ask the biggest Chiefs fans you know that I've been dead right about my criticisms of this team. Down to the point where I told them 2 years and a year prior to their Super Bowl offensive line collapse that their offensive line will cost them a game. Like, their offensive line will lose them ultimately a Super Bowl. Tom's looking crazy. That's just my 2 cents on that. Well, I predicted them to win today, so I'm not really sure what you're talking about. I predicted them to win actually quite easily today. I didn't see the Raiders as being much of a challenge for them. So, no, I was right. I was pretty much right in every essence of the way I predicted them beating the Raiders. It was going to be a pretty easy win for them.
Inside of those shoulder pads, not on the edge, so that umpire doesn't see it.
Bill's getting robbed. Yeah, that's all right. I'm pretty much perfect otherwise. Again, your opinion on my picks don't mean anything if you don't make picks.
In the arms of Dean Marlowe, who started for Tracy Walker at safety today, a pickup of 9.
They've gone to that pass play with Jerry Jeudy, the third man from the outside in the slot on a trip set. That quick little 5-yard stop or a quick little 5-yard out.
Sherman picked it.
Time now. I think Detroit would get wise to that and be ready to jump it by either a back.
Damn, that second half is taking forever. In that fucking 49ers game.
2nd down and 11.
The fucking 49ers are having the slowest drive of all time, it feels like.
Big hole on the left side, and Williams, like a bowling ball, knocking down a couple of Lions.
Yeah, that's not been good. That's a regression. Looks like Denver's about to be scoring here, by the way. It's 3rd and 6, but they're like right outside the 10-yard line, it looks like, if I remember field position right. What's up, Daniel?
Not seeing the same level of carries, obviously, with Melvin Gordon back. Been Gordon who's carried the bulk of the load. 15 carries, 75 yards for Gordon. 9 carries, 39 yards for Williams as they line up on 3rd and 6.
Yeah, Detroit's out of position. They're going to give up a score on this play.
For 7 today on 3rd down of the Broncos. Bridgewater checks
yeah.
Williams backpedaling, makes the catch.
Oh, good play by the running back, though. That'll make it 23-24, pending the extra point to 10. Lions going to be down by 14 again. Well, turnovers are usually what lead to easy scores for the other team, usually because if you turn it over early enough in a drive, you're in their territory. So Well, they're in your territory now, so
where he wanted it
rather.
to go, and the fact that he caught the football, number one, number two, had the balance and low center of gravity to stay up, then hit the circle button and spin past the defender. I mean, this guy is destined for greatness. That is so much.
Yeah, he did. That was one hell of a spin move. He went flink.
Jalen Elliott couldn't pull him down, and the touchdown gives the Broncos the 2-score lead. The fumble by Igwebuike gives Denver the opportunity. They don't let that up.
All right, commercial break coming up here. It'll be a commercial break here. It'll be the Lions ball when it comes back. 11:03 remaining in the third. 11:03 remaining here in the third quarter. Since San Fran just scored, looks like I'm going to be getting 2 games wrong today. That's not bad. Dang. Looking like it's going to be a 9-3 finish this afternoon, which isn't bad. Not bad at all. Could get 10-4. 10-3 today if Green Bay beats the Bears, and then 11-3 potentially. What is this? They made a They made a Kurt Warner movie? I thought it was Mark Brunell for a second, but I had to think about that. Why did they make a Kurt Warner biopic and make a whole movie about it? I guess that story is actually a pretty good one. I guess the initial story of Kurt Warner is pretty good. To come all the way from where he went to and then to win an NFL Super Bowl with the greatest show on turf that one year. That's pretty crazy. I guess that's a pretty good story. Well, let's not pretend he wasn't also a super talented quarterback that was just kind of going under the radar. It makes it sound like your local Walmart kid who's kind of gangly looking could go be the quarterback of an NFL team. I'm not either, Fortnite. You just really like to point out I got one game incorrect out of 12. When I've actually gotten, it's looking like 3 of them wrong, which is kind of weird. What are you, a big-time Browns fan or something? Because you're acting like a very emotional fan right now, and I'm not really sure why.
Over to the 88, painted on the field right near where the touchdown was.
Someone's upset that I didn't pick their precious baby football team to win a game.
2012, showing respect to their former Bronco who died Thursday, Demaryius Thomas, at the age of 33. 24-10, Denver with the advantage, and the kickoff will go through the end zone for the touchback. And Laura Oakman, you can't think about Demaryius Thomas, you can't hear about Demaryius Thomas without hearing what a wonderful human he was.
I'm so happy I get to echo that right now. I met Demaryius while he was at Georgia Tech. At the time, he told me he only told one person his whole college career about his mom and grandmother both being in prison, the team chaplain. That was it. He said, everyone loves me, but nobody knows me. He changed that in the NFL, talking about
that's fine. I get it.
It would help others, because if you know Demaryius,
Who does your team play next week?
It was always about shining his light on others for Demaryius.
The Browns.
I would check in on him often, just saying, you happy? This picture will forever be my favorite response I got back.
It was a wide smile.
Oh, down goes Goff. Probably should have threw that one away. He just froze. It'll be second and 20. I was gonna say that's the only PM game I have wrong right now, Max, is the goddamn Bengals. But they're a second half team. I hope the 49ers are ready for them.
Trying to take a shot deep down the field. You see Khalif Raymond down the middle of the screen. But the disciplined Denver Bronco defense.
They haven't ran with the running backs yet? Oh my God. And they're down 24-3, so there's no reason to start running. You think you picked the Bengals too? Yeah, I should have picked the 49ers. That was the one game I was so wish-washy on. Raiders? Yeah, you guys will probably win. Jesus, dude. Third and 20-something.
For Big 93, here he comes. Right there.
Oh, that actually just might be maybe a couple yard loss. I thought it was a sack again, I'll be honest.
Incredible plays there for D linemen, and that's, I mean, they're going to need
Vegas,
that.
you guys should win.
Not just the rest of today, but it takes so much pressure off your linebackers and safeties when you're defense.
3rd and 22 for the Lions here. A bit of an insurmountable odds, I would say. If you're the Broncos, you just let them get 10 and just tackle them. Who gives a shit?
3rd and 22. Goff over the middle.
Whoa, that was close.
But he's just short of a Lions first down. He needed the 35.
Whew.
He ends up at the 33.
Well, he runs a great
That was a
route.
close
You're gonna
play.
see him break across. Darby's
Down by 14. I guess if you're the Lions, you probably have to go for it here because they don't really think about things too well here in Detroit. They're going to go for it. Oh, boy.
They already used the sprint out. Let's see if they try and get Jared Goff on the move or try and hit one of these targets on a quick slant.
Well, there it's 1st and 10 at the 37. Or 4th and 2.
Four-man rush. Goff batted down.
Oh, shit.
That will be known as the Draymond Jones drive.
The Bengal pointed at a 49er and it was called taunting on a 4th down. And oh, wow, that is kind of a bullshit situation. Gotta love taunting, right?
Here he is making the move, 93. Right there, getting up, boom. Oh, he didn't even hit it.
God, I hate the taunting call.
You look like one of those soccer players when they all line up.
Should be 4-0 right now. Hey, PM games. Looking like I'm a genius going 10-2 in picks this week. But no.
In front of themselves and try and head the ball out of the way.
On first down,
Broncos gonna run it.
the edge and out of bounds at the
They don't got a lot of yards to go to score here. 8:35 remaining here in the third quarter. 8:30 now, probably in the third. Enjoy the game for a second.
For Jared Goff, just trying to solve the riddle of this Broncos defense, and a lot of energy and push from Draymond Jones during that possession.
These last two possessions really have come from a turnover on downs and then a fumble, giving Denver just too short of a field.
Williams still on his feet, fighting for yardage, and he's got the first down at the 23. Will Harris finally brought him down.
Unreal. Look at him. It looks like he has a little daylight to the outside, and he's fine just slamming it up in there, mixing it up. That's hard.
His yards after contact are remarkable. 92 of his 102 last week after contact. He breaks tackles at a clip almost unparalleled in this league this year. First and 10 at the 23. Here he goes again, up the middle. Breaks one tackle and is down across the 15 to the 14-yard line. You have a chance to win $35,000 of Terry's money this Thursday night. You, Mark. Scan the QR code and enter
All
your
right, I'm back.
picks into Fox's Super
Need to
16
ban. Yeah,
app.
taunting needs to go away.
Chance at the jackpot. It's
Allen
free.
is gassed and running for
Just
his
download the
life.
Super 6 app.
Uh-oh.
I got to give him a little break, you know?
2nd and 2 here.
Send him back out there.
He's got the 1 point off now.
If I'm the Detroit Lions defense, I'm like, thank God that guy's off the field.
Oh, it's just Melvin Gordon, who's rushed for 75 yards today and 5 yards a clip. As he bursts
No, he's gone. Touchdown.
will walk into the end zone for the touchdown.
Well, it's about to be 31-10.
Poison, Williams or Gordon, either way.
Like I said last night, this was going to be a massacre by the Broncos based on all the side shit in this game. The Lions have most of their most of the team gone, at least 20 guys.
Big hole, boom, left side cutback. Breaks through a ankle tackle.
Lions now look like a team that doesn't have a lot of their starters
And then
or backups and practice squad guys.
You don't like the dance?
I mean, I wouldn't get in a dance
Yeesh.
battle with them because I'm not great at that, but
And they made it. It's 31-10.
31.
They're going to go to commercial break.
Melvin Gordon winning the day with a couple of scores.
All right. Yeah, that was ugly. Well, 6:34 remains in the third. 6:34 remains in the third, and the Lions get the ball back. It's 31-10. All these games are pretty ugly except this one right now. And that's starting to even get ugly. We got a bunch of blowouts here in the PM portion of the games, and it looks like Sunday night's not any better, really, in terms of what could happen in that game. Hey, we're up to 19 likes. I appreciate it, everybody. I'll try and stay live for, some of the rest of the game, but at some point, this is just kind of ugly. What's sad is Packers-Bears. Yeah, that's going to be bad. It's an ugly game. Giants fake the punt. Giants fake punt the Chargers, but he threw right to the... Oof. Got to appreciate the effort, right? Just waiting for the game to come back on at this point, folks. I know this game stinks. No one's watching. People came in, they're like, listen, we'll leave a like, but How was Mike Glennon? Yeah, I don't know. It's at least time to bring in Fromm, right?
Gordon, Javonte Williams, two very productive backs as you see the numbers on today. And Mark, you said run the football. They're doing it.
And that's a big reason for that. Coach Modkins, we're together in Chicago. Man, is he sharp, not just with rushing the ball, but assignments and pass protection, getting those guys ready to play, understanding the scheme that you're trying to employ each week. And he is a special coach. Actually, his son is one of the assistants on the Lions. Saw both of them in the pregame.
Considered the league's most prestigious honor.
I'm in the annoying part of trying to train my mustache to get the fuck out of my mouth, or at least not grow over my mouth anymore right now. So I'm having to every so often make sure I'm fucking.
For the Lions is Jason Kabinda. For the Broncos, it's Justin Simmons. The NFL Man of the Year will be announced Super Bowl week at NFL Honors Thursday, February 10th.
If you know, you know. If you don't, well, you never had a beard, or at least a long beard, where it becomes rather difficult to eat anything.
The highest of honors that a player could receive is to become,
and you have to get very much used to hair in your mouth. It's disgusting. Lions screen pass to Reynolds. Oh, tight end screen. He was down. What's up, Liz? He was down. Jesus Christ. The Lions just fumbled again. That's the end.
He gets upended here.
Yeah, I think he's down.
I think he's down too. It moved a little bit when he got hit. But that right elbow.
Wonder if the Broncos are going to challenge it. Yeah, they are. What a scummy team.
Whistle, stoppage in play, and a challenge.
Imagine being up 31-10 and challenging this call.
On the Denver sideline.
Boo! What a piece of shit. I hope Denver misses
this again. Denver's going to challenge the ruling on the field that this was down and not a fumble.
There is no reason to challenge this play if you're Denver. Absolutely none. The ball came out and he's laying on the ground. I don't even know what they're doing. That's just a bad, it feels like bad sportsmanship all the way around by Denver. Who the fuck challenges a clear, a close fumble when you're up 21 points? with almost none of the third quarter left. That's called a scumbag move. That's called a bad coaching decision, in my opinion. All you're doing is setting yourself to get blown the fuck out, and no one gives a shit when people start running up the score on you. It's going to be funny now that he's going to have another missed challenge on his resume. Top 3, this is the reason he's going to get fired in the offseason, by the way. He has no idea what he's doing as a coach. You want another example? Challenging this fumble up 21 points. If it was a close game, it was like 14-10 still. Whole different thing. Maybe you do want to look at that play. I don't really see the point in challenging a play you know you're not going to get. Unless he's doing something strategically. Like he's like setting up a specific play or like coaching for a specific play coming up. But if they give up a touchdown, this is like one of the weirdest decisions I've ever seen a team do. We'll see. I doubt they'll score. Lions, they're only good in some parts of the game. How is it this long of a challenge, too? Isn't this weird? Longer than a typical commercial for a fucking... Wow, they're gonna give the ball to Denver. They're going to be like, well, though he was down, we just don't give a fuck, and it's Denver's ball. Denver's ball. Be like, well, I guess they're being honest about their rulings at this point. All right.
Down by contact, he has lost the challenge. 1 for 7 now in challenges this year. Ruled.
He's 0 for 7? Yeah, that's why he's 0 for 7. Who the fuck? Why would you challenge that play? There's genuinely no reason. The guy was on his back and the ball fluttered out. And they'll give up, I don't know, like 4 or 5, about 7 actually. Second and 3 coming up.
The only question was about the ball moving here on the way down.
Yeah, and that's what we were looking at here. And the ball does move when he gets hit from behind, but Wright's got his left hand on the ball the whole time. And then the elbow hits, and so therefore he's down by contact. Sarah Thomas makes the right call in the field and replay Wright to confirm it.
All right, Mike Pereira, thank you so much. There's an injury on the field for the Broncos. We'll step aside.
Oh, what horse shit. Another commercial. All right, the commercial game. I'm pretty sure no one's actually hurt. Yeah, we play the Colts this Saturday. Yep. I don't know. We got picked for a Saturday game this year because we're goated. They want us in more primetime games, so they put the Patriots in the primetime. We'll see how we do. We've been pretty good in primetime games, so... Especially, well, we're at home this time, so that sucks. When does it snow? In what game? I'm sorry. What's the scores? Yeah, we're in another commercial break here, folks. So eventually this game will get going, but I'm pretty sure we'll get a play, commercial break, play, commercial break, play, commercial break. We in Indy? Oh, okay. I thought Indy was at home, but all right. We've been really good on the road. Yeah, I thought so too. I have no idea. I don't know. Playing in Indy doesn't really matter. We're better on the road than we are at home this year. Indy doesn't scare me at all. Hard to play in Denver? Yeah, it is. Oh, in Denver, when does it snow? I don't know. It's probably snowing right now in Denver. God, dude, there's so many commercials in this fucking game right now. You know, it literally went commercial. The Lions got a kickoff, ran a play, got a first down. Commercial, play, commercial. Been a 6 year, never been a game. I don't blame you.
Sideline, he's going through some calisthenics over there. Hopefully, will be okay as the Lions go back to
Something tells me that these are injury. These are TV asked for timeouts.
Goff off the play fake, batted.
Yeah, swatted again.
And caught by Taylor Decker off the deflection at the 41-yard line. It was Baron Browning who batted it down.
Watch him bat this ball. Oh, getting up just too high, and he had Reynolds streaking across the middle of the field. It was an excellent play, and play action to keep their pad level low, get the backers to run up thinking it was run, and hit Reynolds right behind him. That tip ball put an end to all that.
And a loss of 2 on the completion to Taylor Decker, the left tackle. Extra lineman in motion. On third down, Igwebuike trying to find some running room, and he's pulled down shy of the first down by Jonathan Cooper. And now 4th down and 1.5 yards, and I assume we saw it earlier.
Denver game, but next time the Bills play, which is next year. Oh, that I hope those. If you can buy those tickets as soon as they go on sale. I thought I was going to be smart, right? And I put aside like $200, right, when the Patriots played the Lions in Detroit. I had money put aside. I was saving up money for about a year prior to that. And the fucking tickets, dude, for bad seats were like $1,300 a pop. I was so fucking angry. Every other Lions game is like $30 to go to. You basically go to the day of and probably get really good seats in that game. The goddamn Patriots show up. The tickets are $1,300 a piece, and I'm like, fuck me. Yeah, dude, it was horse shit. Even sitting the side that I wanted to sit on, which would have been, you know, by the Patriots bench, now that was like $2,000. Dude, it was crazy. It was fucking asinine. Yeah. Yeah, the game was sold out in a matter of seconds, it seemed like, and all the tickets that remained were very expensive. You know why? Because half this goddamn state's full of Patriots fans. You don't understand what Michigan's really like. Yeah, Quan, he really is. The running back for the Broncos is really good. That kid's going to be fun. Denver can pick up a good running back without even thinking about it. They accidentally get good running backs. Scalped? Bought tickets from somebody? Yeah.
His right knee, his return is questionable.
That's how I usually go to Tigers games. I just go down to Detroit about an hour before the game, 2 hours before the game, and there's usually a guy that's selling tickets right outside. And I buy my tickets that way for Tigers games. Or I'll just be like, oh, you're going to charge me fucking $30 for $20 tickets? No thanks. I'm just going to go ahead and buy standing room tickets. And I get them for $25 instead of $30. I know their hustle. They're making $5 off ticket. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to pay him the full amount. I'll go buy $10 standing room tickets before I fucking paid the full.
He's going to streak right across the field from the bottom of your screen. There he goes. You see Ronald Darby decide to undercut him on a play like that. It happened so late. Goff was trying to hit him in stride with like a trajectory 2 throw. So something in between a bullet and a moon ball. But when you see the DB undercut like that, you'd like to get a little more.
What's the best? Go to the stadium and get the ticket. Online tickets are costing an arm and a leg. Yeah, because you have to pay a bunch of weird service fees. Lions have it 3rd and 1. Ball is at the Denver 43. They run and get a first down to the 40. 2:30 remaining in the third quarter. 2:30 remaining in the quarter. It is 31-10 Denver. Detroit has the ball 1st and 10 at the Denver 40.
They've done well with this football down the field. Unfortunately, they're just taking so much time off the clock. I'd like to see them, you know, they don't need to panic, but I'd like to see them hurry up.
You all having a good day?
And have a little sense of urgency here. Snap this ball with, you know, more than 10 seconds on the clock, on the play clock. Let's roll.
Goff with time again, looking deep.
Goff takes a shot and he overthrows it. Well, there was just nothing there, wasn't there?
At the 3-yard line.
Khalif Raymond does a good job of stuttering this Staying on the outside and then taking it up the field. Right there and then going.
Probably watch this game for another like 15, 20 minutes. I'll be honest, I don't really want to watch the rest of this game.
And get back in the hip pocket of Khalif Raymond.
Second and 10. The Lions aren't able to score here. This game's over.
In the league. No surprise they try to take a shot up top.
We were rewarded ridiculously well for sticking through that Steelers-Vikings game last Thursday, though. So there's a part of me that's like, yeah, but as soon as I start to go, we're going to, we were rewarded for sticking through that like really bad part of that game. We got quite a fun finish in that Thursday night affair. This is exactly what we said Thursday night. Trust me, Fender. But yeah, more than likely, yeah. But I mean, 2 scores, Detroit's down by a touchdown, and like that's a whole different game. And Detroit's usually only good for 2 quarters, and
about how much he's learned this year and how much he's grown.
Well, yeah, you're probably right, dude. I'm just wondering if Detroit's going to make it fun at the end. 3rd and 1 for the Lions.
It's Kabinda on 3rd down and short, and the fullback with a flag down behind the play has the first down for now, but the Lions
oh shit
backed up 10 yards here.
Holding, offense number 74. 10-yard penalty, 3rd down.
And that's Ryan McCollum again, the center.
Holding on the Lions.
And that's tough because
for having some of your actual linemen out in this game, the Lions are playing pretty good O-line, kind of. Yeah. I was going to say they've been making few mistakes at the line until that one. It hasn't been.
Essentially out of the play. The halfback was past him.
It's always those instances where you're blocking one way and the guy cuts the other way. And Shelby Harris back out there now for Denver on 3rd down and 10.
But I will be live for the Packers and Bears this evening, so that'll be good.
And movement by Taylor Decker.
Lions false started.
Now for Detroit.
False start. Offense number 68. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
Watch this. They had him. They were going to have a free runner. They were saying Ricky, which means all these guys are going to block to the right. And look who's coming.
Probably the Browns.
Can't hold his water. Look at that.
Browns, unarguably, are one of the more talented rosters in the NFL. But the problem for them this year has been injuries and I would say a little bit of coaching. You can tell Stefanski's still quite the new coach. Whereas the Broncos, they're a pretty talented team, but their coaching and their quarterback situation is just bad. Like, I get Teddy Bridgewater's been pretty good. He is what he is, but it's like they're never going to win anything with him as the quarterback. Like, I like Teddy Bridgewater, too, so I feel bad saying that. Like on a real level, I like Teddy Bridgewater. I think he's a good game manager, but he's not what he's like just beneath an actual game manager that can win you football games. Hold on. There's 2 types of game managers in the NFL, right? Hold on. There's 2 types of game managers in the NFL, right? There's your Jimmy Garoppolo's, and then there's your Teddy Bridgewater's. Your Teddy Bridgewater's are good quarterbacks, and they're good like bridge quarterbacks. Pardon the pun. But like they'll get you very competently to your next quarterback. They'll be a good fucking mentor veteran for the kid. Whatever the situation is, right? Those are your Tyrod Taylors, your Teddy Bridgewaters, probably Jared Goff in the future. Guys who are they're just not really ever going to win you anything. And then you got your Jimmy Garoppolo game managers, Mac Jones. A lot of rookies fall into this category who show a lot of promise. Dak Prescott earlier in his career. Fitzmagic, really capable game managers that will win you, that can win you the game if they got to make that 1 or 2 big throws. Tannehill is a very good. Tannehill is like the upper echelon of what a game manager is. Tannehill, fucking Garoppolo when he doesn't get healthy, Cam Newton when he's healthy and playing very well. These guys aren't gonna make like the Brady throw, the Rodgers throw, the Mahomes throw. They're not going to be like the guy, but like they will put the team in the position to like win that game. Like they're not going to make a mistake usually. Yeah, they're very good with good weapons. If everything's working right, they actually go above game manager to a really good quarterback. Yeah, and that's what the Broncos seem to be missing. Whereas the Browns got that with Baker. Like Baker is that. Baker's an upper level game manager. Sure, he's probably never going to be like, that guy like a Burrow could be, or like a Herbert has the signs of being a Mahomes type. But Baker has every bit of Tannehill, Garoppolo, the upper tier starters that they just don't make a lot of mistakes when they're healthy. And even Baker today, he played great. I mean, yeah, and he could probably fuck around and win a Super Bowl. Like that's the thing with Baker, he could win a Super Bowl. If the Browns were healthy, they're still they're a terrifying team if they get healthy. Tell me one of the weaknesses of that roster. Please. I don't know one. Offensive, no, they got a good O-line. Tight end, no, they got like 3 good ones. Wide receiver, nope. That's probably, ironically, their weakest position, and they're still, they're a good play for the Lions. Is Gore from no, the son of Frank Gore is a sophomore or freshman in college this year. But he's coming to the NFL, Frank Gore's son, pretty soon. And he's expected to be a pretty big talent, right? What the hell year is he in? Yeah, like the Broncos the Peyton Manning's last year in the NFL is exactly what a capable game manager can do. 100%. Peyton had the career ending that like Steelers fans are praying for Big Ben somehow. Yeah, did the Bucs got the ball? Yeah, Brady's going to go.
Got sent out of the club there a little bit.
He got sent to the sideline too as Vic Fangio brought his rookie to the bench. First down and goal for the Lions. Pitch play, Igwebuike trying to turn the corner. He does at the 5. Igwebuike lost the football. The ball popped out on the sideline.
Oh, no.
He was lunging for the goal line. It caroms out, stayed in bounds, and now they'll unstack the pile, and it's Denver ball.
It was Darby. Watch Darby punch this ball out, and you see Penei Sewell, right tackle number 58, really hurting after this play. He's still down. But watch 21 Darby show up on your screen right there with his left shoulder. Boom.
But was his foot out of bounds?
Oh, he could have been.
Been the fumble.
Wait,
Look
again, yeah.
Not sure we'll be able to see it with this angle, but the foot of
They didn't get it.
may have been out of bounds. Yep.
Frank Gore is a sophomore. Yeah, that's what I thought.
And this is part of
the sky cam reversed it. Yay, the sky cam just saved the Lions.
Communicate with the officials to make sure that they get it.
It is the fourth quarter, by the way.
Just before Darby.
Pats versus Titans AFC Championship. It'll be interesting. Hey, Braden, can I say this and ask you a question?
Looked at it, no challenge, of course. It's a turnover, so they're going to look at it, and it's.
Do you think if you guys would have still had Derrick Henry in that game, do you think you would have won that game?
And a huge break for the Lions.
Do you think that there would have been enough difference in the way that you ran the ball anyway to win that game versus us? Be honest. I've been thinking about this, and I don't think so. Because what would Derrick Henry have done that the other running backs didn't do? Like I keep trying to. I'm like wrapping my head around this. I'm like, dude, they went for 270 yards, and a running touchdown. Like, I'll give you 3 rushing touchdowns for Derrick Henry and 330 yards. You still lose the game by 15 points. That does help it probably, but like they had no receivers that game. All the receivers were dog shit. That's what I mean. Like, I guess the no fumbles, but it's like he might have still fumbled once. That's what I mean. We probably still win that by like a much smaller score because we become more, long drive oriented. But like,
those are just crucial situations.
You have to kind of look at it from like, if you add in 3 touchdowns and say the offense gets another one, you add in 28 points, potentially that is what Kamara's, but still, it's like the Saints also don't really have a quarterback too, so that's different. Yeah, it would have been one of those things where it's like, even if they went for 290 yards, 300 rushing yards, they already went for 270. You know, like, it's one of those. But if you guys have your whole offense, we lose. Yeah. If you would have had receivers in that game, we would have lost anyway. That's more the pull in that game is what I was talking about. I'm like, no, the fact they didn't have A.J. Brown is why we lost that game. I think no A.J. Brown is more important than no Derrick Henry. If we can play you guys again without A.J. Brown, we win again. Easy. You guys have A.J. Brown, he beats us. A.J. Brown fucking hates the Patriots for not drafting him. They're his childhood team, by the way. It feels like every time we play A.J. Brown, he's trying out for the Patriots. This dude goes absolutely ballistic against us. So I'm sorry to say this, Braden, but we might be your biggest competitions to sign him long term, because you do know about his love affair with the Patriots, right? About how that's his, literally since he was a small child, that's been his favorite team. Kind of like Adam Thielen. I really thought we were going to get Thielen because of that. I just really hope something happens where A.J. Brown... I'll never understand how we didn't draft A.J. Brown. Like, he's such a Patriot. Like, everything about A.J. Brown was like, he'd be the number one. He'd be a perfect number one for the Patriots. He like styled his game around what Patriots receivers are supposed to do. It's so... Because we fucked up and didn't draft him in the first round like we were supposed to. The same reason DK Metcalf fell so far. Because the Patriots fucked up on another receiver. That's the one thing I'll be critical of my team about. Yeah, because he's a Patriots fan. It's so annoying, dude. He's such a Patriot. That's why he works so well for Mike Vrabel. And like all those other Patriots players work so well in your guys' team. We should trade. That's what should happen. We should trade J.C. Jackson for A.J. Brown. That's a good trade. You know, we'll send you guys N'Keal Harry. We'll see if you guys can get it to work. We'll send you J.C. You give us A.J. Brown. That's probably the most fair trade I could ever think of. Except I wouldn't take a Patriots corner again if I was a Titans fan. I'd be like, nah, we're good. Last time we got one of your bitch-ass corner. Well, Malcolm Butler was pretty good, actually. He just kind of fell apart. Actually, yeah, I wouldn't never take a Patriots defensive back. I feel like that's a fool's gold type situation. Because it seems like defensive backs really work in New England because we have a system for defensive backs, safeties, corners. We just plug and play. You don't even got to be drafted. We'll just find you from a random bumfuck university and welcome to the team, man. Remember when everyone laughed that we reached and took Kyle Duggar? My favorite part was we traded back and then drafted Kyle Duggar like 5 rounds before anybody else was even thinking about taking Kyle Duggar. J.C. Jackson, Christian Fulton. That'd be a terrifying duo. That's why I was saying that. Dude, J.C. Jackson's going to be a problem. The best part about J.C. Jackson is if a team would have tried to sign him in the offseason, all you would have had to give the Patriots is a second-round pick. Think about this. All of the teams that could have signed J.C. Jackson away from the Patriots, all they had to do was give up a second-round pick, and they'd have one of the best corners in the league right now. Hey, for some reason, nobody wanted to take old J.C. Jackson from us. 9 interceptions. He's on pace to. He's in second again this year. He's one of the best defensive backs in the NFL. He shuts down. What did Diggs do against my man? What even happened to Diggs? Last time Diggs played JC, he burned him for like 400 yards and 9 touchdowns and on 6 catches somehow. It was the most incredible thing I've ever seen. I still have nightmares about how bad J.C. Jackson played in that second game versus the Bills last year. Every throw was a touchdown to Diggs, it seemed like. But then that second game finally got the revenge that we needed. Boy, I hope it's windy as shit again in the second game. I really hope the weather fucks the Bills again in that one. I don't think we can beat them in fair weather, but we'll see.
2 plays in a row, they've had some leakage in the backfield.
The one thing we have an advantage on the Bills. Can anybody say what it is? 3rd and 11 here for the Broncos. They're backed up inside of deep in their own territory. I'll tell you what the advantage that the Patriots have if nobody wants to guess. Coaching, weather, nope. They know how the Patriots coach. They know what the weather's going to be. None of those things. It's something that the Bills just don't have. Like, it's something the Bills don't have an advantage of. Not really the McDermott thing. We're used to that. We kind of know this now. The thing the Patriots have, the Bills have no idea what our passing game looks like. They have no fucking earthly idea what it looks like playing us when we throw the football. We haven't thrown the ball effectively against Buffalo since 2019. We didn't throw for shit on them last year. We didn't throw at all last game we played, and we threw the ball 3 times. They have no idea what it looks like when we're running fake plays when we throw it. They have no idea what our offense looks like when we're going to when we run throws. Play action is going to be a nightmare for this Bills team when we play them again. Screen plays, gadget plays. Because of how much they ran the ball in that first meeting, the Bills have almost no tape on us on how we throw it, how we set up throws, how the passing game is, how we set up the passing game, what formations kind of hint toward a pass over a run. If that makes sense. Does that make sense? Oh, I know that. I'm not saying that, but do you get what I'm saying though? Like, the lack of throwing that we did actually gives us this weird advantage against a team that hasn't seen us throw effectively in 2 years. We haven't even really tried against you guys. So I'm wondering how that plays and factors into the next game. It's going to be quite important. I would imagine we might actually wind up throwing it 30 times, weather permitting. A lot of play action, a lot of gadget, a lot of hand the ball. You know what's going to be utilized, right? Flea flickers. Oh, dude, they're going to be sitting on so much running that the first time we run a play, we're going to run a flea flicker. Oh, yeah, I guarantee one of the first 7 throws will be a flea flicker. It'll be one that they hand it right off, and the Bills sell out hard on the run, and they just pitch it right. And it'll probably be a touchdown to board. Like, it's going to be one of them types of plays. And it's going to burn the Bills when that happens. Especially since no Trey White. You know, I'm not even trying to like shit on the Buffalo. It's just if a team played any team and threw it 3 times and played them again in the same season, this team, the team that didn't throw it would have this weird, huge advantage if they somehow won that game. Hey, Josh Allen. Yeah, they're probably going to be throwing the shit out of it because, or they're going to run it again. See, that's another thing. Or do the Patriots just decide, we'll just run it again? They can't stop it anyway. Hey, Buffalo, we're running it again. Like, they could do that again and win that motherfucker, too. It's the craziest fucking phenomenon. That would have me and yeah, that's kind of the Bills could be psyched out when they play the Patriots again. Well, Lions are trying to drive here again.
First down for the Lions.
And I like the call. They knew they were getting.
It's crazy how the Patriots just don't have a big name receiver, and yet teams can work teams no matter what. Yep. I think it's better to have a bunch of good short game players when your offense is a run first offense. I think having Henry, Jonnu Smith take attraction, take eyes. I think Bourne's good. We do need something besides Nelson Aguilar on the outside. I do agree to that, but that's probably all we really need. And I'm not even 100% sold on that, in all honesty. I mean, if we can get a big name receiver, that'd be awesome. But do we need one? Do we? Did we ever have really one of those in New England when we won the Super Bowl? No. Not at all, actually. Quite the opposite. Our biggest heartbreaks have come when we had our most talent. Brandon Cooks was in the fucking Eagles Super Bowl loss, I believe. We had Randy Moss when we lost it. Wow, that was one hell of a pick. Holy shit, what a pick by Justin Simmons. Jesus Christ. What a Yeah, we're not winning this game because of fate. We can't. Lions lost. Well, guys, I'm going to sit down and start to wrap up this first string this evening. No, we all know what the Patriots are doing. The Patriots are trying to scheme up any possible way to get the Lions' number 1 pick. We know how the Lions are about Michigan and Alabama players, right? Right now, Bill Belichick is on the phone with the Lions front office, currently trying to get that number 1 pick somehow. They're like, listen, how in the fuck can we get your number 1 pick? We really need it. What do you really need it for? We take all these bum-ass players from Michigan, and they finally get a really good defensive player. We have to have him. Oh, dude, I would kill a small child if we got Aiden Hutchinson. Could you imagine a more perfect player in a Patriots defense than a Aiden Hutchinson or that Thibodeau kid from Oregon? Holy shit. I think about things like this all the time. It's just like, we'd destroy the league. We'd win Super Bowl after Super Bowl after. We'd be giving up 4 points a game. Yeah, Jose, I'm kind of happy for the Broncos that they won in a small sense, because they really, as a organization and team base, fan base, they needed this kind of. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not so sold on receivers. I'm more sold on if we're gonna sign anybody or pay anybody some serious cash. Number 1 is J.C. Jackson. Number 1. That's our number 1 offseason priority. I guarantee you our number 1 priority this offseason is re-signing J.C. Jackson. He cannot leave. We cannot afford to lose J.C. And if everyone's like, the Patriots don't pay, like Richard Sherman and all these loudmouth idiots that are saying we don't pay players. Do you know the highest paid players on our team's history during the Belichick the dynasty? If you go look up at all of our top, minus Tom Brady because quarterbacks don't count. All of our top paid players have been corners. Every single corner that we get, Darrelle Revis, Stephon Gilmore, they all got huge contracts and huge signing bonuses. McCourty's had huge contracts when they signed. Ty Law, I think, at one point broke the bank with his contract with the Patriots. They pay one position, and they pay one position very well. That's the cornerback position. Bill's favorite position. My favorite position, defense. I think it's the most important position next to quarterback in football. I've always wondered why teams do that. Draft from specific teams. It's not just the NFL. NHL does it. Gronkowski is from Buffalo, and they didn't want him, and yet they didn't draft him. Yeah, I don't know why that is, but I think it's a fundamental philosophy. Like Michigan plays a defense that the Patriots kind of play. They're a very pro-ready team. They run a very pro-style team. So some teams like to draft guys who come from more pro-style teams. Alabama runs a very pro-style football team. So that's why a lot of the Patriots like guys who come from pro-style teams. Like if you run a pro-style defense or a pro-style offense, your odds of going to the Patriots or being drafted by the Patriots go up exponentially. Look at Mac Jones. He ran the Sarkisian offense, which is literally an NFL offense. There's a reason Mac looks so comfortable in a big boy offense already. He came from one. I believe that's why Joe Burrow looks so good down at LSU with Joe Brady's offense, I believe. If I'm right about that, right? Joe Brady was running the offense for Burrow, who ran a very pro-style offense. Gronk's having a rough day. Oof. Yeah, no matter what, J.C. Jackson has to get paid. No matter what, J.C. has to get paid. If we don't, I'd be so angry. Man, that's hard. That is fucking. I would say Jim. I think Jim is a better coach, but I also think he's a bit more he's got this weird ego thing where he if he could calm down a little bit, I think he'd be one of the better coaches in college or the NFL. But I think the biggest issue with Mr. Harbaugh is his ego is unreal. Whereas I think John Harbaugh, the Ravens coach, has a more laid back. He's very confident and very cocksure, but compare him to his brother. It depends on what you want in a coach. I prefer the Jim Harbaugh style of coaching. It's very ballsy, very much like John's. They're almost the same coach. It's just one's more rah rah rah, and the other's more. All right. I'm gonna strategize your bitch ass to death. Which is why Jim works probably better in college. but he'd be fine. Like, if Jim Harbaugh wanted to come back to the NFL, he'd be a very good NFL head coach. He already was one. Dude was almost winning a Super Bowl with Colin Kaepernick. I'm sorry, but like I like Colin's off the field work that he's done post football career, but like he was asshole toward the end, and I don't know how the 49ers were winning games with that dude. It's very similar. They're like the same coach, but it just depends on what personality you like. So I kind of lean Jim, but John's also really done well with a very limited Ravens offense his entire career. And he does have the Super Bowl win, I believe, right? So I guess I'd have to go John, right? That Super Bowl is quite the I completely forgot he won a Super Bowl with fucking Joe Flacco. All right, I'm changing. It's John Harbaugh, and I don't think it's actually particularly close. Never mind. I forget he won a Super Bowl with Joe Flacco. That's I mean Ray Lewis too, and Terrell Suggs, and yeah, no, the Chargers are going to be playing. Why wouldn't the Chiefs be playing their starters late in the season? They're not the number ones. They're not 14-2, about to wrap up the 1 seed without even trying. They're the 3 seed. That would actually be a bad idea if a team that's in one of those spots just gave up. The Jets, I think he got hurt. I think they hurt. By the way, I'm done watching that game. It's another first one. Harbaugh makes his and it works when you bring him over to New England for whatever reason. The Patriots just work as Alabama defensive players work really well in New England, and offensive players. More defensive, but like because Saban runs the same defense as Belichick. It's literally like the it's the same thing, especially defensive backs. I'm surprised the Patriots don't actually go for more Alabama defensive backs. They're usually all gone by the time we get to pick, but if they were open, we would be drafting all of them. We'd be like, well, welcome to the NFL. We'll make you good. We have to usually go save them from garbage-ass fucking football teams. Had to rescue Gilmore from the Bills. Had to, probably have to rescue. We had to rescue Phillips from the Chargers. Good players, they just wind up in... Like, I'm 100% certain the Lions are going to go pick up Jeff Okudah at some point. Or the Patriots will. And you know what's going to happen when the Patriots pick up Jeff Okudah? Lions fans, you know what's going to happen, right? If you guys let Jeff Okudah go, the Patriots are going to snatch that fucking ball of talent up. And much like Jalen Mills, we'll turn him into a good player for you. For the fucking Eagles. Remember when the Eagles fans were talking all that shit about Jalen Mills? They're like, oh, wait till you guys find out that he sucks. And he started off kind of bad, and now he's good. It's like, yeah, he was bad for maybe a game or two. And then he, now he's one of our more sure-handed defenders on the team. Harbaugh's played against each other in the Super Bowl. Ravens had 2 special teams touchdowns. Well, they also had that very, questionable calls there at the end of that game. If I remember right, where it was like, oh, really? To give a certain team a win. Oh, congratulations, dude. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like the 49ers are going to win that game. Looks like 3-1 on these games, unless the Bills come back here. I don't know. Yeah, that game's... Detroit's calling timeouts with 4 minutes. God damn it, Detroit. See, that's why I flipped off that game, by the way. I knew Detroit was about to start calling timeouts and shit. You're back? Well, I'm about to be getting going, Kenny. I will be doing the night game of football, by the way. I am doing Sunday Night Football, so. Oof. Which game hurts more to lose, this one or last week, in all seriousness? I'm not even trying to actually talk shit or anything. I'm just wondering, is this one a lot easier to lose because at least it's, Tampa? Whereas, they actually played good football. Last week loss was a good game. This one is just bad, so Bucks. Like, yeah, I would say, yeah, the Bucks loss just feels uglier and shit. Oh, well. All right, close that down. Probably Tampa Bay because we were mad at Brady. Yeah, it's always Brady's always the worst. I told you, dude. He's your guys' straight up boogeyman. It feels like. Urban Meyer didn't miss words on when asked on how to fix the Jaguars. What's the answer? Start leaking information or some nonsense? That's garbage. If there is a source, that source is unemployed. I mean, within seconds. Oof. Oof. The Jets are eliminated. That's good to see. Bills, why punt Brady is going to school. Yeah. Yeah, GG Mahai, congrats. Big win for the Broncos. It was a good week because now you guys will be 7-6. You're staying alive in the playoffs. Jaguars are a sad franchise that have had no good players. Like, I think their best player has been like remember when they had that one running back, Maurice Jones-Drew? I was going to say number 21. Maurice, I couldn't remember his name. Yeah, that's their best player in the entirety of the Jaguars franchise. At least the Lions have like some championships before it was the NFL. They got Barry Sanders and Billy Sims and more. They've had Stafford. They've had Darius Slay. Yeah, the Lions could be a 5 or 6 win team if they were a little luckier, but the luck just didn't go their way. Yeah, they went to the AFC Championship game, but they lost. Yeah, Lions have a history. The Jaguars might not even be kept in Jacksonville for much longer. You know what I mean? Yeah, dude, the Lions. He was so good. Ugh. Lions used his ass up, though, didn't they? That's the Lions proper used up Megatron. They fucking all of the whatever they could get out of him. You Packers fans nervous tonight? You play in the Bears. Or as Aaron Rodgers said, you own these motherfuckers. You have always owned these motherfuckers. Still, I'll never forget the hardest shit I think I've ever heard Aaron Rodgers do or say. Was tell the entirety of the Bears fan base that he owns them. That will forever go down as probably a top 5 hardest moment for any athlete to do to a fan base. Just to look at the fans and be like, fuck all of you motherfuckers. And then everybody said the shit was cool. Like, nobody said anything Rodgers did was corny either after that. Like, that's the major W for Rodgers on that. Not only did he get to do something he just wanted to talk shit on, everybody agreed it was one of the hardest things they've ever seen somebody do. It was, for a football player, just to shit talk an entire fan base. Yeah, like he explained the whole thing the next day. It was just like it wasn't even like a spur of the moment thing. It was just this man was talking his shit. My whole life I've owned you. Yeah, that's dude. Even the Bears fans. Even Bears fans just had to tip their cap at the shit talk. Dude, like, that's all they did. It was so unprompted by Rodgers to deliver such a line of aggression and hatred toward it. All for this. And he just went, I'm so tired of these bitch-ass Bears fans. And he loaded on them. Dude, even the Bears fans went, God damn it. God fucking damn it. Because they knew, they were like, we lost this exchange. Either way, man. Rodgers, post-injury, has been a lot more likable of a quarterback. Or whatever happened post-Mike McCarthy firing. That version of Rodgers has somehow fixed himself. Because he went from, very, I've whatever about the vaccine stuff. I won't let that judge my opinions of people. I wish more people would get it. But, the people that actually aren't getting it at this point are the kind of people that probably would never get a vaccine of anything ever again in their entire life. Even if there was a cancer vaccine, they'd be like, hey, it's God's will to get cancer if you get it. There are some people that are like that, and at some point you're running out of people to force. You really are. Let them deal with it. Fuck them. If they want to fucking play games, they can play games. I'm fine. I have mine. Yeah, I don't know what was going on. I feel Rodgers is just Kenny's not nervous. Yeah, I would understand why, Kenny. But I like post career ever since Rodgers started going on the McAfee show. Plus, Rodgers did say he took some alternative ways of preventing it, and there are a bunch of weird hippie ways of protecting yourself from viruses. So I mean, sure, he didn't get the vaccine. He tried what he thought was good, and I'll take his word on it. I don't care. I'll be honest. I don't fucking the Antonio Brown thing. You know what's annoying about the Antonio Brown thing to me? Just lying. Stop. People need to stop lying. Just be honest. If you don't want the vaccine, just be like, I don't want it, and I'll just deal with the Just don't fucking. It's the lying that I don't like when people do that. It's just dude, why are you lying? You're fine either way. Especially if you live in a place where you don't need to lie about it. Oh my God. Yeah, I've heard it's a very contagious, but the problem with the isn't it substantially weaker though, to the point where it's if you have a recent vaccine, it's way weaker than Delta. Isn't that the thing? It's more contagious, but far less more aggressive. The contagiousness is very high of this one, but it seems the more contagious it gets, it loses potency, right? It seemed the initial version of it was the strongest. And then the Delta came around and it was more contagious, but less dangerous. And I think it's taken the third evolution down that path. Thankfully, that's the fucking direction it seems to be heading, is more contagious, less potent. That's fine. That is actually good because that'll die off. That's actually a die-off path. Because it's everybody's eventually going to, that kind of mentality. We're lucky it didn't do the opposite, become less contagious, but way more deadly. There's two directions it can go into. Less contagious, more deadly, I feel, or it's just from what I've heard, we've dodged. I've heard a lot of the things I've read, a lot of ring bell sources going, it's a lot weaker than the other variants. So I'm the contagiousness, yeah, but will more people be able to fight it off? I hope so. I've got both mine. I probably won't get boosters because I don't want to. And Moderna still really hasn't said anything about needing one. It's mainly Pfizer, and that's exactly what I was expecting Pfizer to do, which is why I didn't fuck with that company once. I don't like big pharma companies. All of them people can eat my asshole. I hate big pharma. So I actually understand why you would be like, I ain't gonna fuck with that Pfizer shit. I never would either, by the way. Nor would I fuck with Johnson & Johnson, just because everything they produce gives people cancer. Moderna literally is in a company that popped up a few years, 10 years ago, that studies viruses. They're a virus-stopping company. And I'm all right, I can get behind a motherfucking company that isn't necessarily big pharma, but more or less tied into just, this is their thing. This is what they do, is they research mRNA vaccines. I'll fuck with that. I'll fuck with a company that doesn't have a giant history of opioid abuse and, drugging half the country, getting them addicted to heroin, and then fucking just, skirting by. Gotta love the Sackler family, right? And all them people with Purdue Pharma that sold the fucking recipe off to all these other ones. Oh, lovely people. So that's why I went with Moderna ultimately. And they haven't even said anything about boosters. I think they recommended it after, 8 months? They're like, maybe. So we'll see. I just, the only thing that makes me slightly worried is my mom can't get a vaccine because she's had a chemo treatment within the last 6 months or something like that. Actually, I don't know. She might actually be able to get one soon, but I think she said she's just not going to get one because she doesn't want to have a adverse side effect to a vaccine killer. Plus, she said she's made it this long already with COVID, so she don't really give a shit. She's like, well, I'm going to die anyway within 2 years. Like, what? I don't fucking care. So, Vernon Scott, Isaiah McDuffett, David Bakhtiari, Jack. Oh, you guys will be all right. I'm just glad everybody who's made it through COVID's made it through it. I'm glad I didn't really lose anyone too close. Yeah, well, I mean, there's precedent though. Like, it's not the first time that mandatory vaccine mandates have happened. Sometimes it's just a part of it. You know what I mean? Like, does it suck to have to be forced? Yeah, I would say if you have to do that, that does kind of suck. But there's also, I look at it from one point of view of, yeah, it's never good to force shit on people. But it's like, if the people that were making that argument were also for actual bodily autonomy, then I would more sympathize with them, right? Like, if you're actually for bodily autonomy, like I've seen, I was gonna go off on this libertarian today, on Twitter actually, because he was making a bunch of comments about how the vaccine is wrong to mandate because it's all about bodily autonomy, right? And I thought about that, and I'm like, oh bullshit, this guy's fully anti-abortion. I went onto this libertarian's page, and my fucking mind was blown. I was like, all right, never mind. I'm not gonna say shit to this guy. He's like trying to figure out ways to get together a small band of people to kill politicians and I was like, what the fuck is this? He's like, you should never force anybody to do anything with their body. And I'm like, all right, this is an actual hardcore. All right, okay, never mind. Like, people like that, I completely respect. But like, if you're in the same breath saying that someone else has to do something with their body because you fundamentally don't like abortion, like, the fuck? What was it, San Francisco, that literally made it mandatory to go anywhere? Yeah, I mean, that's their choice also. But also, if you tried, technically, like, there's precedent in Jacobson versus Massachusetts that they can mandate vaccines. It's actually in the Constitution if you'd really like to know how the government can do this, right? There's a clause in the I believe in the Constitution called the necessary and proper clause. Now, it's probably it's the reason we have a bank system in this country, a federal banking system, a banking like a national banking, whatever the fuck it is. It's a necessary and proper clause. It's the biggest motherfucker ever. It basically is the thing that gives the government almost unlimited power. Hold on, let me pull it up so I'm not necessary. The necessary and proper clause give Congress power to make all laws which shall be necessary and proper for carrying into execution other federal powers. It's one of these things where the federal government could make a claim that without a vaccine, dude, I'm telling you, it's like, without that, they couldn't fucking operate at a proper level to get the country back up at full. It could become one of these. At the beginning of the in very beginning. It's one of the first ones they put into it. Let me find it out. It's in Article 1, Section 8, Powers of Congress. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, though, it seems like in a place like New York City, COVID's pretty dead there, and it seems like their mandates are pretty effective. In Michigan, we have no mandates, and our numbers fucking skyrocketed recently. Like, I'm talking like, Michigan's a horrible place, and we have no mandates. You may think so because we have a Democratic governor, but no, she's not allowed to make any decisions of public health anymore because our very, very conservative state government controls everything. So I love when people say Michigan's has a liberal government when it's like, no, we don't. No, you've never been to the state. You have no idea how inner politics in this state works. Michigan has a very, very conservative state senate, and like, trust me, there's a reason we have no mandates, no nothing, none of that, no laws. All of it went away and just stayed away. You know. I'd be absolutely livid if I was denied services. Well, so you believe businesses should be forced to provide service to all customers? Government is a figurehead? Yeah, it's a figurehead for the will of the people, yeah. We vote on the people that 100%. The government's just a figurehead for, like, the laws, basically, is the way I look at it. Yeah, they're like the life-given version of a law. Yep, yeah, 100%. Michigan is 100% gerrymandered because if Detroit wasn't split up or Wayne County wasn't split up the way it was, they'd never win anything again in the state. Yeah, it's the same reason Ohio, Texas, and all them keep putting out Republicans. It's because they gerrymander the fuck out of these places. Yeah. Yep. Gerrymandering needs to be ruled brutally unconstitutional. Like, that needs to just go the fuck away. They need to redraw the fucking districts of this country once, and that's it. Like, we got to redraw everything and fucking throw away all this redrawn shit. Because that is horseshit. On both sides, by the way. Both sides are fucking ridiculous with the way they do this. There's a reason California is in the way it is. Yeah, but didn't they decide though? Like, businesses are allowed to hasn't it always been the businesses hold the right to deny service to whomever they choose? Like, my question to this is, do you think bakeries should be forced then to like bake gay wedding cakes? That's always my question for people who or like, well, do you think that, you know, a Christian baker should be forced to make a cake for a gay person for their gay wedding? Can they deny that person service? If you think they can, then you can't talk anything about COVID denying people over vaccines. Sorry. It's like, to me it's the same thing. Yeah, I don't necessarily agree. I think it's very stupid to deny business to people and cancel money because all you're doing is going to create a business that can pop up and be your competitor and take all your business. That's very stupid. Yeah, I agree with you. I think it's very stupid, but like, businesses have always had that right. And I think it got reaffirmed that they can businesses have too many rights. Like, do you know in the United States, businesses are seen as people? Like, they're actual human beings of businesses. They have the same rights as you, a business does. Isn't that the most retarded horse shit you've ever heard in your entire life? A business, an entity that people put together and create, has full citizen rights. Isn't that that's dumb as fuck? That to me is stupid. Okay, yeah, we'll just get rid of you. See, critic, that's why I just wait to time out the fake one, because the fakes usually can't handle themselves. They just start spamming if I ignore them long enough. Yeah, I hate the fact that corporations have rights. They should have none. Like, basic business rights, whatever the fuck those would be. Right to exist, I guess, but contributing to politicians? No. Nope. Sorry to get on a political soapbox there at the end, but it's like, I don't know. I just like to think, like, you know, I do think Phil, I think it is a bad idea for people to do that with vaccines and mandated. But you live in a very liberal place in Denver, so you kind of got fucked. I mean, it's all location. Would I have gotten one regardless of having to go to college? Yeah, but it'd probably be about now when I'd be getting one. Because I wanted to wait a while. I'll be very honest. I was going to wait probably almost a year before the first vaccines were given out. So that way I could kind of keep track and be like, all right, I'm probably not going to die if I get one. Let's go. And I was good to go. I'm not a brave man. I'm not going to inject something into my... I have a slight phobia of needles. Do you know I felt the needle in my arm for about 5 weeks after I got that because of my own psychosomatic shit with needles sometimes? Like, I can feel every bit of it still going into my body. Like, I have this horrible PTSD with... I do not like the feeling of things going in my... It fucking creeps me out. But... I had to do that shit. It was so tense. It was so stressful. Yeah, but like, you probably would, you know, I just look at it as a pure numbers thing. It seems like if a nurse did that to me, I'd physically punch them. I tell them that, by the way, that I have punch responses if they fuck or if I get hurt, I'll swing. That's what I tell them. And you know how careful they are? And there's probably something in my medical records about the one time I got a bad, they put something in my thing. And it kind of got fucked up and I bled a little bit. And during the process, I swung at someone's chest. It was like a blind swing. I swung at the chest of the doctor and I went, I'm so sorry. I'm so fucking sorry. I was like 13 though, so it didn't really matter. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Because, dude, something like my brother Joe has a response where he was getting a shot for school, right? I think it was just like a hep something, I think. I don't know, like an update one. Maybe even a tetanus shot. Because I got the same one. It took 6 full-grown male doctors to hold down my, 11-year-old brother. He literally was, shaking still. And they were like, please stop, dude. He's like, I'm going to fuck all of you up. And this is a small 11-year-old child. Oh, well, yeah, the bird flu vaccine, that was silly. Yeah, that was a bad one. But you're also comparing something to, 2005 to 2000 and... what was it, 2005 to 2021? You can't compare the technology behind the development of these vaccines. You can't really compare anything to modern technology to the way we discovered this vaccine. That, to me, is the weakest argument, is anything to do with this not being, well-researched or well-done or well-thought out. Guys, we also haven't had fucking supercomputers until, 4 years ago in medicine, all right? Let's be honest about where medical technology was 5 years ago. We're nowhere the fuck near how backwards we were 5 years ago. For example, my dad had a very complicated surgery, right? The doctor actually told him that if he would have been hurt 6 years ago, this would have been 9 years now. It's going good, man. If he would have had this 6 years ago, do you know what his condition of... He would probably either be dead or he'd be confined to a bed, completely crippled. He would be an actual cripple. No moving, no nothing. But instead, he gets 60 hours of surgery on his spine with the very intricate machines doing a bunch of, laser work on his back and all this kind of crazy shit. All these computers involved in making sure it was, the correct rebuilding of the spine. It literally 6 years difference. This wouldn't have been a surgery he could have got. So, to me, it's it's one of those things where it's to say that you don't know where medical technology is. That's all. If you don't think it was made too fast, it's well, dude, how do you know? That's another thing. Everyone's like, well, it was made too fast. How the fuck do you know? Well, I can tell. No, you don't. Do you work in the medical technology field? Yeah, look, dude. Achilles tendon tears are 6 months. Do you see how fast Eric Fisher came back from a torn Achilles? He ruptured his Achilles tendon. He blew his Achilles tendon off of his ankle. He was back this season. He was back week 3 for the Colts. That is fucking, look at Tommy John surgery. You come back from Tommy John surgery, you're better than when you got hurt. Like, you're better than when before you got injured with Tommy John. ACLs, that's no longer a career-ending injury. Yeah, Mark, it was just sad. The Lions, you know, it was nice to see it was kind of nice Denver got the win. I'm going to be honest. Like, we know the Lions weren't going to do well, but, like, it is nice to see, you know, there's a new, dude, this is what I mean by, like, medical advancements are the reason we are also, we see, like, medical technology has advanced so fucking far. There's some people that say we're in a golden age of medical technology. Like, we're making medical advancements, like, leaps and bounds every year prior to the fucking COVID outbreak, of course. There's actually a goddamn cancer vaccine coming out by Moderna, by the way. So you know what Moderna was doing with all the money that it probably got for all these, like, to make more vaccines and, like, to, after, the grant money it's been getting? It kind of sounds like Moderna cured cancer in the meantime, or at least made it preventable. And I'll be honest, I'll take a cancer vaccine because it's either I'm going to die of cancer or I'll have a very difficult battle in my life with it because it seems like it's either my dad's way or my mom's way. My dad is like 60 years old and has no signs. I don't think he's got a cancer gene. Everyone in his family's died of cancer. Everyone on my mom's side, same thing. My uncle doesn't have a cancer gene, like the gene that they think causes cancer. Several people, it's very dramatic in my family. Like, it's either heart conditions or cancer, or you, like, live till you're like 100. There's no in between. There's no, well, he just died of doing something dumb. We don't have, like, any of that. I want one person in my family. Yeah, he got blown up. No, he lived till 98. Well, my grandpa actually died of a very sad way. He had a seizure because he had an allergic reaction to some dye. You know when you get an MRI, they put, like, a dye in your body? Some people are very allergic to that dye, and my grandpa was, and it killed him. But when they did the MRI anyway, they discovered he had cancer from, like, he had, like, I don't know, like 7 different, he had lung cancer, skin cancer, prostate cancer starting to form. He had a little bit of brain cancer starting to develop. He had some, it was bad. Liver cancer. Yeah. No one even, they're like, oh, he was just going to die anyway. Okay. So we didn't end up suing the hospital. College has tied it to a certain fatty tissue or so. Yeah, dude, like, things like Alzheimer's are going to get found out, and we're going to deal with that. And it's all because of technology. And that's why we're getting things developed quicker and quicker. That's why I never once have questioned the speed at which they developed that vaccine. Because even back then in the 1940s, it took, like, 9 years to develop a polio vaccine? Really think about it. In the 1940s, they were still chopping limbs off when you got shot in them. Like, that was it. It was like, bite down on this, dude. I don't even think they really had anesthetics in the 1940s. Like, they just, like, if they did, it was in its a very crude form where, they could at least maybe numb it before they chopped it the fuck off your body and solderized it. Stuck something really hot to the end of the wound, and that's how they dealt with amputation. That was a major advancement in the 40s, I believe. That's how they dealt with bullet wounds. They just chopped that bitch straight off so you didn't get gangrene. Like, that's the era that developed polio vaccine in, like, 10 years in. That's pretty impressive. That's what people were saying probably when they developed the polio vaccine in just 10 years? Ain't no fucking way they did it that fast. Actually, I'm lying. Everybody got in line and got their fucking vaccines. But the thing is, I do believe 100% of people would get vaccines if there was an actual, like, very deadly virus released. You know what I mean? Like, if we got, like, a code for, like, an actual 10 out of 10, we were very lucky that COVID wasn't as bad as it could have been. Considering, like, some viruses are a lot worse than that. That's always been my view, is we got very lucky that, like, we're kind of pretty much aware again. We got caught napping a little bit. But, man, if this would have been 50 years ago and COVID hit, oh my God. People aren't as healthy back then. We don't have as much understanding of the human body back then and what's good for the body back then. People weren't just, there wasn't as much technology to get the news out as fast about everything. Dude, that could have been like one of the worst fucking things. That could have been 20, 30 million people in a year. If it would have been worse. Like it could have been worse, but we're in a more advanced society, of course. Things are a little better. We're a lot healthier overall. So we understand the body a little bit more. We understand medicine a little bit more than times in the past. I'm just so glad this happened in the modern era. Who do you think is the best safety in the league? You think it's Justin Simmons? Yeah. Derwin, when he's healthy, is really good unless he plays corner. Yeah, it might be him. Tyrann Matthews way up there. Right now, Kyle Duggar will be there soon for the Patriots. Kyle Duggar is probably going to be the best safety in football in a couple years. But right now, I'd say Justin Simmons. Yeah, it's really hard to beat him. Minkah Fitzpatrick is way the fuck up there too. Yeah, it's probably between him and Minkah, right? Like, I'm thinking really hard right now. Micah Hyde too. Micah Hyde's really good. Yeah, Micah Hyde's up there in that group. Kevin Baird for the Titans is way up there. He might be number 2, if not number 1. I don't know. Kevin Baird might be a little bit better for the Titans. Oh, that's such a hard. Oh, dude, that's a hard question, man. That's a really fucking hard question. Who the best safety is? It's like shocking. I know so many safeties, right? I really like the position. There's about 5-6 guys that could be considered the top dude. All right, guys, I got a few things I got to do before I got to let this phone charge up and a couple other things. So I'm gonna get out of here. But I will be live for Sunday Night Football. I got to go run around a little bit. Uh-oh, here comes the Bills. Why is people boycotting IHOP? Oh, IHOP's a little pissed off. Nobody wants to work at IHOP anymore? Aw. Look at this. You guys want to see the biggest crybaby thing? Aw. Poor IHOP. Look at this. Aw, we don't want to pay our employees. Aw. Aw. Due to the fact that, I'm going to correct this, due to the fact that we're a shitty company and don't want to pay our employees a wage that they would rather work for, and that, wow, unemployment pays way more fucking money than our shit job, we maybe should reevaluate our fucking pay schedule that we give our employees if they'd rather get unemployment than work at this fucking establishment. So we're going to be closed a little earlier in the week. God, I hate all these companies. I really hate companies like this. No, you know what the number one way to get your people to like actually want to work for you? Do you know that like Costco? Do you know Costco has a waiting list? Oh wait, what's up, Rob? Weren't they all trash talking the Bills literally an hour ago? I think so, yeah. But like, I think they were just. Like Costco literally has a fucking waiting list to work there. Do you know good companies have waiting lists to work at them, like Target? Do you know people really want to work at Target? You want to know why? Because they pay their employees a good fucking wage. I would love to go work at Target. As soon as they put a help wanted side, guess where I'm applying? I'm applying at the Target next door. Want to know why? Because $15 an hour, baby. It's $15 an hour. That's good fucking money. Dog, it's really not that hard. I feel nothing for companies like this. This to me is a sign that these idiots are stupid. They're very fucking stupid. Don't ever work for a company that shames its employees. Never work for those companies. Never fucking work for a company like IHOP. They're basically saying, what, fucking minimum wage isn't good enough for you, you fucking peon, peasant, pussy bitch? You better get the fuck back to work for our $5 an hour, you pussy, and you better fucking like it. That's how employers have been acting. And now all of a sudden they're shocked when people are going, yeah, you know what? Fuck you too. Suck my fucking dick. I ain't going to work for your fucking penny, your shit change. Fuck you. I'd rather get unemployment or not have a job. And these people are going, why don't they want to work for us? What the fuck? Why don't anyone want to work for us? Dude, you're getting all these handouts. Nobody wants to work for us anymore. They used to love it. No, they had no other options. And they were afraid to say anything to these dumb motherfuckers that run these places. God, I hate places like this. Right now, I think all employees need to get together and fuck the fucking people who, like, oh, God, dude. Oh, I don't want to get started because, like, this is something I actually have a deep passion about, like a weird deep passion where it's like I start getting way too emotional if I don't think about what I'm saying. And live streaming, not the best way to compose your thoughts and really think about things before you say them, especially if you weren't thinking about fucking wage theft before everything started. You want to solve a lot of society's problems? Fucking pay people what they deserve. Pay people what they actually work for. And you'll see the problems in society fall off by the wayside. You want to know when everybody would think was good in like the 50s? You know how much people were getting paid for their labor? The amount that you're supposed to. Their inflation, the rate of inflation matched what the minimum pay was for a worker, right? So like there was this magic thing where you could get a job and do whatever you needed to do. You had plenty. You had fucking plenty to work with when inflation matched minimum wage. They stopped doing this in like the 70s or 80s for some reason. So you know how inflation keeps going up every year, but for some reason like the minimum wage is like $7 an hour and you can't live off $7 an hour. If you think you can, do it. By the way, if you think you can live off $7 an hour, give me the rest of your money that's past $7 an hour. I'll take it for you. And I'll hold on to it. And I'll gamble with it probably or something. Anyone who thinks you can live off $7.25 an hour, go do it. Fucking go do it. If your boss tries to pay you something like $10 an hour and you don't think that that's an appropriate wage, look at him and go, could you live off $10 an hour, dude? Do it. Show me that. Show me a year of you living off $10 an hour. Show me you keep your life the way it is. Show me your standard of living not dramatically decrease and you barely be able to make it. Actually get started on $10 an hour. Fucking sell your house and be homeless and then, you know, get your first couple of checks, buy an apartment. Oh, you can't with fucking $200? Wow. No, and I'm glad people, and by the way, this has happened every time there's been a pandemic or a plague in human history. The working class looks at the people who have a lot and have been employing and treating their people like shit, and they go, we're done. We're not doing this anymore. It's happened every single time. Do you know what ended European feudalism? Take a guess. Plagues. Every like shitty thing for a worker, that's like everything improves for a worker after a plague. Yeah, exactly. You have to work like 80 plus hours a week. The federal government, this is what the federal government needs to have a minimum wage for. Because everybody says, no, employers will naturally just pay their employees more. They'll just pay their employees more if they have to. They'll compete. No, they won't. No, they don't. They never have. They never will. If there was no minimum wage, employers would be paying like $3 an hour to people. You want to know how I know? Because that's what they fucking did until there was a minimum wage. Do you know, everyone's like, well, Henry Ford set the bar with $5 an hour. Do you know what it took to get $5 an hour to work at the Ford fucking Motor Company? You had to be a perfect citizen, a perfect employee. You had to have high production. You had to be this like model person that nobody could live up to. Do you know how often people actually got paid that like $5 an hour back then? Like nobody. But guess what? That was what you could make working at the Ford Motor Company. That is pure capitalism. Biggest horse shit ever, dude. Minimum wage is fine. Needs to be $15 an hour. Anyone who disagrees, try living on something less. Tell me that, you know. And to the people who know that it should be more, that we know. Like, if you've lived on $10 an hour, you know what the fuck that is. You're like, dog, I literally had enough for rent and bills and then like $100 of groceries at the end of that. If you live in Michigan. I live in a very cheap state in a very cheap city, and I was making about $400 a week. And that, oh boy, that, or it was like $250, $300 a week. Literally 2 of my checks went to rent, and then the rest was basically I had a little bit for food, and 1 check I could use on myself and bills. It was fucking brutal, man. And I'm one person. Yeah, try raising a family on $10 an hour. You can't. And people expect you to. Yeah. Sorry. Again, you know. I shouldn't have seen that because that kind of shit makes me mad when companies fucking put up signs like that. It's like, why don't you pay your employees more? If you offered more pay at IHOP, you'd probably You know how your food all costs like $1 to make that meal? Yeah. And you're selling it for $18 or for $10. What's it cost? 30 cents to make a plate of pancakes? You charge fucking $5 for that shit? And you don't have the money to pay your employees a good wage? Well, you fucking deserve to go bankrupt. Fuck you. Listen, by the way, that's my actual belief. If you can't pay your employees a good wage, you don't get to have employees. If it'll make your business go bankrupt and go away to pay your employees a good wage, guess what? You don't deserve employees. Your business can't have them. You got to do it all by your lonesome. Or else, why the fuck should you get to pay your employees less? Like, why is that? Why do people go side with the business owners on this? Every time I hear it's like, well, they'll have to close their business. That's not fair. Why is it fair that they get to employ people then if they can't afford to pay their employees a living wage without losing their business? They have to steal labor to stay afloat? That sounds like a great business that we should all be supporting. Wow. No. Any business that tells you that, well, I hope you close. I've said that to 3 businesses during the pandemic. 3 people who own businesses. They're like, my business, or I go in there like, yeah, we're going to have to be closing. So I'm like, good. If you can't pay your employees, you don't deserve to have employees. Run your own fucking business. Fucking idiot. Loser. Why didn't you have a backup plan, big bad business owners? Ugh. I don't like small business owners quite often, if you can't tell. I'm like, listen, if you do it all yourself and you got fucked, I feel horrible for you. You know what I mean? Like, if you pay your employees a good wage and shit got hard, I really hope you got a nice PPP loan and you used it right and you kept your business afloat and you're still making moves, right? But if you're a shitlord company like IHOP and you're putting shit up like that, I really hope you close in the next few months. Like, I hope you fail as a business and just disappear. Like, it's just like, you shouldn't exist. And what about the employees? You're already having an employee shortage anyway, IHOP. Nobody wants to fucking work there for you. Oh, well, fuck you guys. No one will miss your cheap, shitty food that makes my stomach hurt. Bleh. I only eat your food after I trip on acid anyway, you trash-ass company. And you know why I fucking eat your food after I trip on acid? Because it makes me shit quick. And I really have to shit after I take LSD. I get very constipated the next day. Don't know why that is. Hilariously loud, aggressive farts today after acid, though. That's the best part about that drug. All right, we'll end it. We'll wrap it up there. I really actually have to get going because now I only have like a half hour before Sunday Night Football. I got in my feelings. I fucking hate labor theft. I hate people not getting paid what they deserve. It's gonna come out one day that I have like employees or something, and I become a big channel or something, and then you guys are gonna find out that my bitch ass is paying my employees like $6 an hour. Like, what? That's fair editing rates. Fuck you guys. Workers almost took control of the companies in the 30s. FDR had to use social welfare to workers to save capitalism from worker control. We'll eventually get there. We'll eventually make it so that workers control this country like it should be. Yep, fuck these billionaire people, dude. There's more of us than there are of them. Yeah, it would be. It would be the greatest thing ever. It comes out I'm just a shitlord business owner. I become a company. I'm like, it comes out I like getting exposés. Yeah, you know how Rob has all these fucking democratic socialist ideas that he yells at people about? This motherfucker's really paying people $33 a week to edit videos for him because he can't do it. What? That's the going rate. Fuck them. They should get another job. Bah humbug. I had to, you know how hard it was for me to get started in this industry? Yeah. Be like, what? And then one day I'd be like, yeah, guys, I bought a building and I'm going to be renting out the rooms. They all look like this. They're all this big as apartments. There's like a kitchen in one corner, a bathroom with some fucking fold-away things. Be like, what? This is good housing. It's only $30 a month. Like, oh, God damn it. How did he do that? How did he like fall into just be a piece of shit? I start shilling NFTs and cryptos. By the way, if there's any shitty crypto company that wants to pay me several $1,000s or an NFT company that wants me to shill their shit, I'll do this for a lot of money. Like I'll make it I'm very good at fucking doublespeak, so I'll make sure you guys know not to fuck with this. Never ever, by the way, if I start ever shilling anything like that, never buy any of it. Ever. I'm getting a bag. Since he got the ball in OT. Oh, shit. Let's go Bengals. All right, guys. We can continue this hilarious conversation when I get back in 30 minutes. All right. Let's go. Bengals get the ball in OT. Oh, yeah. Yeah, baby. But yeah, or if any offline gambling companies want me to get their thing going, I'll fucking show them. I don't care about any of that. Like I have very low morals for like $4,000 for shilling things. I don't give a fuck. I think crypto's a scam, and I think NFTs are Dutch tulips of the internet. And if you really look at it, it's like if you really go look at the Dutch. Here's another one thing I'll leave you on. If you want to know what NFTs are, they're the internet's Dutch tulip. It's like very rich people getting into something that really doesn't affect any part of the economy whatsoever. Like, it's this weird phenomenon that was happening in the Dutch upper elite where they got really obsessed with speculating on the price of tulip bulbs. And, like, you could make 5 times the wage of, like, an average skilled worker. So, like, you say, like, somebody made $5 a year in their trade, right? You can make $50 on one of those bulbs if you had one. Or 50, whatever the money would be. Like, that's crazy. That's almost exactly what the NFT and crypto craze is. Crypto less because it seems to have actual thing. But NFTs, there's nothing that you just own the rights to a picture through blockchain. That's pretty cool. I get the idea is cool, but it seems like it's something that is only affecting like weirdly rich people, and it has no impact on the general economy. It'll be written about as like this weird historical craze that went on for like a year or two and then just vanished. It's the Dutch tulip, I'm telling you. I don't see the actual point of. It's all speculation, and it like the Dutch tulip is like one of the first cases of like weird speculation like that. It kind of explains why the NFT thing is happening. I think if you look into that phenomena, because it's like it did nothing to the Dutch economy. It did nothing to like any great significance. It was just something rich people were doing at that point in time. And it's a very because it's like useless. There's no reason that these things got so expensive except people just liked them. They liked the way they looked. And that's very eerily similar to like this NFT thing. It's like, whoa, what the fuck? History has a weird way of repeating itself in ways you don't really think like it could. Anyway. All right, I got to get out of here, guys. So I got stuff to do. I'll see you guys in like a half hour. Well, what time does Sunday Night Football? Like 8:20. So I have like an hour. Oh shit, the Bills. Uh-oh. Never count that team out. Oh, I completely forgot to look. What the fuck? Why did I do that? 8:20. Okay. All right. I'm going to bounce out of here, everybody. I appreciate y'all for coming out and hanging out for the first part. We'll be live again in like an hour. Wow, 26 likes. Thank you, guys. And remember, if we have opposite views, please don't think of me as your enemy. We're all in this shit together. You know what I mean? You're not my enemy if you're a staunch capitalist that doesn't think anyone deserves a living wage. You're fine. That's just your weird view on the world. I have a weird view. You got a weird view. We both like football, though. So, like, just remember that, we all have very similar views. It's the way I always look at it. It's like politics are one dimension. If you decide everything based on anyone's political views, it's like the most low IQ way of, like, actually being close with somebody. Like, if it's all like, I only am friends with Republicans, it's like, well, then you're a boring person. If you're only friends with other liberals, you have a shitty, weird, very tunnelistic worldview. The only people you should avoid are like open fascist and Nazi people. Those people just shitty people just are shitty people, and you should avoid them at like the plague, really. But again, those people make themselves known. Like the most racists and Nazis probably aren't that high or shy about it. Not anymore. And those people are still very, very rare. And very, very far in between. Really shitty people, like really shitty people, they're still pretty much in they're people would like you to think that everything's a lot worse than it is. But again, I will always hold to the point where I think it's about 10% either way, 15% either way on either side that are making it seem like the two sides are about ready to fight. I trust me. I live in a state where you would think that would be an issue. I don't see any real issues. You see you'll see someone like a Trump's person talking to someone who's wearing a mask, and like there's no real confliction. I don't see any confliction between the MAGA people in Mount Pleasant, the normal ones, who just like Republicans and like Trump and like like the right wing and stuff, compared to the normal college kids. No, there's no like fuck you old man and your Trump loving ways. Everyone just kind of, no one cares that much, except for like 10% of loudmouth idiots, and like no one, and like we're all getting very tired of them people. I'm telling you. Yeah, 100%. Online amplifies it, by the way. Oh yeah, the internet amplifies it. You take the bite out of a lot of people. Yeah, most people aren't as hardcore as they are, and it's mainly the 10% that live terminally online, because most people know that like. You wait 5 years, everything in this country changes anyway for them. You just got to wait 4 years. And at worst, it's an 8-year gap before you can get anything done. And then you're back in charge. That's all. That's all it was. The liberals had a good run for the first 8 of the 10s, and then the Republicans. And it's all pretty cyclical in this kind of country. So I just hope everyone can stay peaceful. I don't know if Mike's still watching. He might be dipped out. But all right, guys, I got to get out of here, else I'm just going to keep talking. I'm doing this to myself. All right, guys, have a good rest of your night. I will see you in like an hour. Go Lions, go Tigers, go Patriots. Good win for the Broncos. Way to honor a fallen man. Hopefully Demaryius is, resting peacefully, Really sad, man. Seizures are probably one of the most dangerous fucking things. Because if they strike when you're in a place like a shower, dude, oh, fuck. Your odds of probably surviving that are like, like none. In a wet place, you have a seizure. Probably alone. That's, other than, like, I don't think he could drive anyway because of seizure condition. But other than driving, I can't imagine a worse spot to get a seizure than in like a shower or like around a pool or something, because you're just gonna fall and slam your head with the speed of the water, making everything a lot more aggressive, and it's seizures are terrifying, absolutely terrifying. I wish there was a cure for those, like an actual medicine that just made it so they never happen. Because even with people with bad seizures, you can only do so much to reduce them. But all right, thank you guys. Have a good rest of your night. I'll see you for the Bears Packers. Peace out, and thanks for fun talk.